Chemically infatuated with the in-between, the ups, the downs, the curves and the rounds. I'll bring it to your city or your hometown. I'll go back in time when the feeling was fine, when funkin' was legal and it wasn't a crime. Party people lined up and down the way, a bigger celebration than your birthday. Funkin' up the neighborhood, I felt the fool cause the funkin' was good. Funkin' in the city, funk you up in the woods. Funkin' up the neighborhood, funkin' up the neighborhood. I felt the fool cause the funkin' was good. Funkin' in the city, funk you up in the woods. Funkin' up the neighborhood. And I have seen the world pristine, funk you up in the bushes, funk you down in the trees. Now look around, all the frowns, the yellow, the white, the red and the brown. And keep in mind, it never costs a dime, cause funkin' is free, I remember the time. Now look today, the streets are gray, time to take it back to yesterday. Funkin' in the neighborhood, I felt the fool cause the funkin' was good. Funk you in the city, funk you up in the woods. Funkin' up the neighborhood, funkin' up the neighborhood. I felt the fool cause the funkin' was good. It was good in the city, funk you up in the woods. Funkin' up the neighborhood. Funkin' up the neighborhood, I felt full cause the funkin' was good. Funk you in the city, funk you up in the woods. Funkin' up the neighborhood, funkin' up the neighborhood. I felt full cause the funkin' was good. Funk you in the city, funk you up in the woods. Funkin' up the neighborhood, funkin' up the neighborhood. I felt full cause the funkin' was good. Funk you in the city, funk you up in the woods. Funkin' up the neighborhood, funkin' up the neighborhood. I felt full cause the funkin' was good. Funk you in the city, funk you up in the woods. Funkin' up the neighborhood.
And we're live.
And we're back.
We are actually back. I wasn't expecting to be back today, but we're back. Oh boy, it's gonna be one of those
Somebody forgot last week, or somebody forgot this week that last week we discussed doing the show on Wednesday because I was going to be on the road, and I'm over here like, bro, is everything okay? Because I've got the lights on, I got the camera, I got the microphone. I'm just sitting here like, I'm in the lobby. I mean, nothing I can do.
Well, so David, you're just learning that you're just now learning that I never actually listen to anything you say.
Bro, I knew that a long time ago. That's
yeah. So it is completely my fault. I had no earthly idea that we were going to go live tonight, and apparently we are. So here we are.
You had no earthly idea. Was it like, did somebody call you earlier today and be like, "Hey, can I get a copy of the agenda? I'd like to do some adding to it."
Yeah, because I thought you wanted the agenda a day early. So because I thought you were just working ahead. I thought you were like, being a go-getter.
Yeah, I
Little
was
did I
not.
know that's not the case. No.
That was not the case. I was not being the go-getter. I was like, just kick me over what you got. We can do some stuff, right? So yeah, so that's why we kicked off promptly at 9:45 as opposed to 9 o'clock tonight.
Yeah. Tomato, tomato. It's all good. We're here. We're live.
Yeah, yeah, potato shrimp salad or whatever it
Potato,
is they
tomato.
say.
We're all, yeah. It's
Yeah. So let's so this is the way that started. The question has to be asked. What were you already drinking and what are you drinking now?
what was I already drinking and currently going to continue drinking. I didn't have time to go get a nice fermented beverage, so I'm drinking delicious Coke Zero.
Coke Zero.
I don't
Okay.
have. I don't have.
Uh,
I need. I don't. I need. Haven't had the chance to go get booze. Uh,
yeah.
literally, I literally grabbed my stuff. I ran down here. I started setting stuff up.
I also have a Coca-Cola handy.
There you go. Coca-Cola.
Now this
Give
is
us money.
this is this is a 7.5 fluid ounce. So I know we always laugh about the size of cans by hand, but this is actually a small can.
It's
Small
true. You
can
have the
Coke.
big Wreck-It Ralph hands, so that could be full size, and nobody would know.
But I did have because I'd planned on maybe having a little beverage this
Ah,
evening,
okay.
and I you can't quite see them all the way there on the screen, but I've got a Weller Special Reserve setting here.
Nice.
I've got a Weller 12-year setting here,
Great selection.
and I've got a Weller Single Barrel
Ooh, see, that's a special one. You
setting
got to
here.
save that one.
So that's a good one. I don't know. This is a special night. We kicked off at 9:45, right?
That's true.
And
Keith Edwards says Elijah Craig and a Miller Lite. It's a good combo.
Elijah Craig and Miller Lite. Okay, so yeah, the comments even on the Underdog Journey one's not working over here. Son
Oh
of a
man.
biscuit.
Yeah, figures.
So I need to
You're not seeing the
go
comments.
back to my screen. I gotta click some buttons over here. I gotta go to not this one. I
There
click
you
this
go.
button,
It's gonna be one
click
of those
that
kind of
button,
shows.
and there we go.
So Keith, I still need to get up there, and we need to do a show from your esports arena. We've been talking about that for a long time.
Yeah.
We need it to happen.
Yeah, we need to make that happen. I think it'll be a great time. An absolute great time. And what we'll do is we'll just go live and call. We'll have to get a video feed somehow from whatever you guys have. We'll have to have a video feed, and we'll just sit here and call the game.
That would be cool. That would be cool.
But we don't know anything about any of these games you play, so that's going to be great.
That would make it even better for people watching because they're like, "What are these two idiots doing talking about this game?"
Yeah,
We'll just commentate like we know what
Yeah.
we're talking about. We'll just make it all up as we go.
yeah,
By the way,
just crazy terms.
Sam says David Leffing Weller. That's a good one.
That's good.
That is
Yeah,
good.
hey, Sam's watching. Sam's watching. Good to see you out there, Sam. Damn it! I wish I had that. I don't know why the comments aren't coming through here tonight.
Keith says he
But,
has
I mean
107. That's awesome.
Yeah, the 107 now. So I'll tell you something that's it's a it's a sneaky little bottle. It is the Elijah Craig barrel proof.
Ooh, yeah.
That stuff is running 129 on proof, and it'll have you feeling real nice, real quick. It is a very, very sneaky drink. So
Nice.
if you partake of it, be careful because
Well,
it
yeah,
is.
we've had some interesting evenings with barrel proof bourbons before, so
Yeah, barrel proof. Whew. I mean, it's my favorite. I love barrel proof. One of the one I showed off last week that was given to me by a buddy from the
right.
Goalie Dads United podcast. Bluegrass Distillers, and even John Callender had not heard of that one. So that was cool.
Yeah, if you open it up, you got to tell us how it is.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't had anything in a couple weeks now, so I'm about due for a little pour,
You should treat
little
yourself.
sippy sip,
Yeah, treat yourself. Why
little
not?
sippy sip. I'll be with some clients, if not tomorrow night, at least on Friday, so
There you go.
yeah,
I have
it'll probably happen at that point.
I would say I have a hard time believing you won't have a couple beverages on those evenings. By the way, Keith
Yeah,
says
and they're
anytime
I
you can
mean,
make it here.
yeah, yeah, and they're good peeps, so it's good. Actually, Sam's watching. Not that we want to plan my business, here live on the internet, but Sam, I am going to be heading out to your neck of the woods soon. I'm making a plan to travel with somebody in that general area, and so we should definitely meet up when I'm out in LA. And now we can move on.
Well, there
So
you go. LA
you
is
are
fun, by the
drinking
way.
Coca. Yeah, LA is fun.
Yeah.
I teased the wife. I was like, "Well, seeing as I'm gonna be there, I might just pop real quick into Disney World while I'm out there." And her eyes bored into my soul
Yeah.
because Disney World's in Florida and Disneyland's in California.
Right,
So,
exactly. She's not gonna forgive you for that one.
yeah, I had to make the correction before she stopped giving me the mean eye. So yeah, June
Oh,
29th,
yeah.
June 29th, Hofbrau House in Columbus. We got to put something together on that.
That's right. That's gonna be
I
a
don't
good
know
one.
that we need to be on stage for that because we want to have fun, but maybe we find and sponsor an entertainer for
Oh,
that evening.
okay.
Maybe we could get the John Calendar. I don't know. I don't know. I can't see anybody what's happening. I have no idea. My audio is not working right, and I'm not getting comments, and I can't see who's commenting and everything that's on the show. But
That's fine.
if John, if you can, if you're watching, and it reaches you, then get a hold of your wife and ask her if she can get the manicure to come June
Ah,
29th. It's a Monday.
yeah.
And I've got no problem spending some money promoting that. And I'm sure that the Hoffer House will not have a problem with a full house on a Monday night.
That's
So
good. That's good to
yeah.
know. So, by the way, Sam has some interesting ways to remember the two Disneys. He says Disney LA ND, Disneyland, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's how you remember that
Yeah.
one. And then Disney WORLD, Disney World for Orlando. Okay, I get it. Makes sense. That still doesn't
Okay.
mean that I'm ever going to remember that, especially in front of Nikki. I gotta keep it straight. So maybe I should try and remember that.
Yeah. So there's a conference we're going to be at down there, and man, we have our bloody feet all over that freaking Orlando area. It's ridiculous. It's gonna be a good
Yeah,
time.
yeah, that's be a good. Should be a good conference. Orlando's a fun place.
It's a fun place. Yeah, there we go. I've got my
All right,
glasses here
there
and
you
my ice balls,
big
and I
awesome
think
ice
I'm gonna
balls.
crack this. I think I'm gonna crack this here nice icy cold Coca Cola.
All right,
Ah, yeah,
you're
so
not going to
good.
start
There's
with
a
a an adult beverage.
Yeah, I think I am doing that too. But I've got the Glencairn here.
There you go. Okay.
If I really need to go for this is the Leffing Weller etched for Sam out there. I like that.
See, you got to get a
So
custom engraved bottle of Leffing Weller. Then that's what you need.
I should, yeah. I should do that. So I don't know which one to go with here. The
You got to
12
say that
year
go with special reserve. You got to save the.
special reserve. I mean, I'm not going to knock any of them.
Yeah, I mean you can't go wrong
Yeah,
either way.
special reserve. Yeah, special reserve is good. We'll just throw a little splash.
There you go.
We'll just throw a little splash down this glass here.
See, the only booze that I actually have handy is the Macallan. Macallan 12. I've
Yeah,
been
go drink the
trying to get.
Macallan.
I don't want to. I don't want to just throw that out there. You can't throw that out there just willy nilly.
Yeah, you can. Go get your Macallan.
All right,
Your
we'll make it.
Macallan.
Let's see.
We'll get another one for you soon. And here I put that in my Glencairn, and I have put the ice cubes in my glass. So I'm gonna put my Weller over top of my ice cubes like I was supposed to begin with. Got sidetracked.
All right. See, I don't have much of this
And
left. This is I've been saving this.
oh, that's fine. So whiskey's meant to be drunk, brother.
Something's meant to be drunk.
Ah, there we go.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah, there we go. It's right out of the bottle, man. Just get you a plastic, get you a paper bag, put around it,
Let's drink it. Do the
down the
McAllen hobo
hatch.
style. Make it happen.
Oh yeah.
We can do that. All right. I'm officially out of McAllen.
Well, no, I didn't think. Yeah, okay. That's a hold that up. Hold that up. Hold that up for all the boys and girls at home to see.
Well, so
That is not a pour. That is a glass of Macallan.
no, because you got to
It's a
think.
glass of Macallan.
Because you got to think. I usually have 2 normal size pours throughout the show, and this is
Yeah.
basically it's 2 normal size pours.
Yeah.
So, but just together, it looks like a lot.
This is going to be a good show, guys. As rough as it got started, that's how rough we're going to finish.
Look.
It's gonna
we're
it's
we're
gonna be
gonna
good
make this
stuff.
happen.
Mm.
We're gonna make this happen.
So, hey, did you see
said
there
you're going
was
to be able to-
headline grabbing?
Go ahead.
I said there was headline grabbing news this week. The Mars rover, something like that, identified. The headline was traces of ancient life found on Mars, or something like that.
Oh, I didn't see
So,
that.
yeah. Well, they didn't.
Of course.
Surprisingly enough, they did not, and it was another one of those really basically just lying in the headline.
Yeah, I hate that. They should go to jail for that. They should be executed.
Yeah, traces might be a little fierce, but I don't think it should be eligible for a Pulitzer for a made up story.
I take my Mars news very seriously. Execute them. Send them to Mars without a spacesuit.
Yeah. Hey, we're not judging them by Earth laws. We're judging them by Martian laws.
Yes.
And I guess that's a capital offense according to the King of Mars.
Look,
Which
I would not give you the nuclear football on Earth. You don't give me the nuclear football on Mars. That's all I'm saying.
I'm just saying there's no king on Mars. You can just call yourself the King of Mars.
Prove I'm not.
Yeah. I mean,
sure, I'll claim Mars.
Yeah. All hell west, the King of Mars. I'd put that on your resume.
Do you remember a couple of years ago, there was actually a guy who made, I forget how much, he made a couple $1 million, I think, from selling plots on the moon, plots of land on the moon. Do you remember that guy? He actually had like a real website.
I don't remember his name, but there is a treaty between blah 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 that no country can lay claim to the moon. Or land, or any land thereof on the moon.
Right.
But there's nothing that says that some random schmuck can't be like, see that bitch right there? That's mine.
Exactly. This guy made a couple $1 million, I think, and he's, well within his rights to do so. If people want to give him money for that, then that's up to them.
Knock yourself out.
I mean, why don't we do that? Let's start selling pieces of Mars.
So I think there's a better, and this is going to go for the moon and Mars. This, those crazy ideas that I'll throw out from time to time, like, hey guys, here's some fish bait for you. Take it, run with it.
Yeah.
Pizza Hut's great. Pizza Hut is an amazing idea. I'm telling you, I could turn that ship around very easily and make a buttload of money on it at the same time. But there's 2 things right now where we have, .com, .this, .that. Just all you need is one small server and run .mars or .moon.
Oh yeah, you can create your own domains. That's a real thing.
You can create your own complete ecosystem there, and then everything that wants to sell, anybody that wants a .moon or a you can sell that.
Right.
Because you would be the one completely being the one making up the rules for .moon and .mars.
Because right now you can actually buy random crazy domains like, .pizza and .taco and stuff like that. And you can buy those on like GoDaddy or other, registrars.
I'm saying set up your own.
$50 instead of $1, but there's nothing stopping you. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm saying set up just a small server, just something that you can start running now, because it has nothing to do with owning it today.
Hmm.
It's not gonna make you money now, but it's
Right.
gonna make you a lot of money
That's a good
in the
idea, David.
future.
That's a very
I
good. Let's.
mean, instead of .com or
Yeah.
.us or .org or any of that, you .mars and and then
Dot Mars. Dot Moon.
every
Jupiter.
yeah. It's an ice it's a gas giant. You're not gonna land anything there. What are we talking about? Anyway,
Well, they don't really know it's in the core. They're thinking about it.
this
Not like
this
Uranus.
yes, they know exactly what's in the middle of Uranus.
Well, they
Now,
did send a probe.
one of these days, we're gonna talk about some space thing and not bring up Uranus. But in the wise words of Aragorn, it is not this day.
Exactly. Look,
It is not this day.
if there's one thing that David we can always say about Uranus is that Uranus is always hilarious.
It is. It is.
And you know that's
NASA,
why
we
they
know
named
you
it that in the
lied.
first place.
Well,
No,
I
come on.
mean, probably.
No, Romans aside, there's 100% reason why they named it Uranus, and it's for a joke.
Uh,
It's for a very
oh,
juvenile
yeah,
joke, which we all still,
yes.
find amusing.
Yeah. I try to remind the wife from time to time that I try to remind her that we as men, we mature to the age of about 15. And sometimes we get a little further past that and we have to rein it in because we take
Right,
life too seriously.
right.
And then sometimes we start laughing at a little too many fart jokes, and we're like, "Buddy, you get back up to 15, bud. 15, that
Exactly.
15 to 17-year range, that's about where the sweet spot is.
It's
That's
true.
a happy time in
You don't
life."
wanna revert back to
Um,
13 or 12. You
yeah,
gotta
you don't
keep
want 13 or 12 because
right.
yeah, then you're just, it's just,
Then you're just
fart and poop jokes.
which are still kinda funny. Okay, coming back. Coming
See?
back to 15. See, coming
See,
back to
that's
15.
see
It
see,
takes
you gotta get back up, see?
takes
See how it
efforts. Right.
works? It's right. Yeah, you got it's focus. It's focus. But yeah. Yeah. So that's all
But
on Uranus tonight.
I hope there's nothing on Uranus. Um, spe by the way, Nikki's, commenting in. She says, "There is a Queen of Mars. Don't you imbeciles, watch Phineas and Ferb?"
I
No, I
I've
don't.
never
I know
seen
it's
the
a
que
cartoon,
Oh,
but I've
wait,
never seen
wait,
it.
wait. Didn't Candace become Queen of Mars?
Candace Owens?
Was Candace?
I'm not sure who you're talking about.
M Candace is the sister to Phineas and Ferb.
Oh,
Um,
I've never seen the show. I
she
don't know. I'm like, Candace Owens? What brought that
okay,
up? That's weird.
okay,
I know
it's,
she's weird, but I didn't know she was from Uranus.
Mars,
Mars.
Mars,
Mars.
Mars, Mars.
Well, and again, then Nikki, I got in my nerd mode. I thought Nikki was talking about the the not John Carpenter, John Carter books, The Princess of Mars, which was a series of
Oh,
sci-fi
John
books
Carter,
early
yeah. Yeah,
1900s.
The John Carter series, yeah.
Terrible
So,
movie.
oh
Shame
my
because the books were
lord.
pretty good.
And I didn't hate the movie as much as a lot of people did
I
because
didn't hate it.
I watched the movies before I read the
Yeah.
books, plural. Um, and if you think that book ever ends, it doesn't. It really, really doesn't.
Right.
Like,
Well,
I
it was a different time when the books were written. So
it just kept going and going, and I was like, "Is this the same book?" And I was, because I had it on the digitals on the WWWs,
right.
and so I'm just like, "Did it change books? This like the feel of it changed?" Like, I think there were multiple authors on this thing because it had like completely different personalities, completely different
Right.
writing styles. No, Nikki is always talking about Disney.
She
That is
is.
correct, and I was correct. Candace was crowned as the Queen of Mars. So,
Apparently, I need to start watching something called Phineas and Ferb. I don't know.
okay, first and foremost, your kids are going to freaking love that show. And I want to give you the warning right now. This
Are
is one
there
of those
fart and poop
shows.
jokes?
This is one of those shows. No, it's This is one of the cartoons that you're gonna watch. You're gonna
Okay.
put the kids to bed, they're gonna go to bed, and you're gonna find yourself 2 or 3 episodes later going, "Should we turn this off?" And you and your wife are gonna be there watching it.
So it's like Bluey.
Well, I mean, I didn't do the Bluey thing, but,
My kids
I
are a little
know the
into
wife
that.
and
That
the
was a good show.
kids I know the wife and the kids, they've watched the Bluey, but I haven't. I've heard them quote Bluey a lot, but that's it. But, Phineas and Ferb, you get there, your kids will go off and go to bed, and you'll be sitting there like, "Well, I need to see the end of this."
Okay, I'll give it a shot. I guess I'll give it a shot.
It's there are very few shows, very few things come out of Disney that are worth anything in the
Yeah.
past, decade,
Yeah.
and, that one's pretty good.
Isn't
That
there
one's
like a
pretty good.
blue
Ah,
platypus or something on that? Yeah, Laura Line's Black.
that's
Laura, I hope you're doing
that's
well. Hope you're feeling better.
yeah, she's out of the hospital, she's back home, she's got a kickboxing match this weekend. It's
I
gonna
believe
be
that.
awesome. You guys to be there.
Pay-per-view. I will
Um,
tune in.
yeah, PPV, yeah.
All right, so
Mm.
there's like a blue platypus or something in that show, right?
Yeah,
Is that,
Perry the
is that the right
Platypus,
one?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Perry the Platypus, yep, and Doctor Heinz Doofenshmirtz is the bad guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, all right.
Evil,
So I'll give it a shot.
Doofenshmirtz Evil Incorporated. Yeah.
I it seems like you've watched the show a
Man,
little bit.
we really went off the deep end on freaking Phineas and Ferb here, didn't we? Nikki's over there going, "It's my plan. It was my plan the whole time."
I guess I'll
Get them
give it a
talking
shot.
about
I've
Disney
never.
stuff.
I assumed it was like just some weird, little kids show. I had no idea
Oh, it absolutely is.
because the
It
animation
absolutely
style,
is,
like
but
I like the big noses. It's weird. I don't know.
you're gonna love it.
Okay.
Your kids are nerdy, especially your son. Your
We
son
try.
is gonna
We try.
absolutely freaking love it.
Okay. Okay. I'll let them know.
Abso-freaking-lutely love it.
I'll
Both
let
of
them know.
them, but your son is really, really gonna like it.
I'll hold you to that.
Mm.
Yeah, we try and keep our kids
He's gonna
nerdy.
like it.
That's where it's at.
I know, so for those of you guys don't know, Wes' son, he's, how old is he now?
10. He's gonna be 11
27?
in June.
10. Okay, till 11 in June. So a couple years ago, he started talking to me. He was like, "I want to get an amblia pidget," and I'm like, "Ha ha ha ha! An amblia pidget? Yeah, okay, that's cool."
You thought it was some random
Um,
word he made up.
I'm like, "Yeah, it's an amblia. I want to get myself an amblia pidget." No, then they showed me a picture of an amblia pidget, and that is the night that I bought the website demonspiders.com.
It does look like
Uh,
a demon spider. Yes.
it is. It doesn't look. It is a demon spider. I don't. He's like He's like Hagrid. Isn't he precious? You know, a three-headed dog and a dragon and an
Pretty
amblia
much.
pidget.
It pretty much. We do have a
Yeah.
snapping turtle. But,
Yeah, I know you guys got that snapping turtle because that's cool. I mean, everybody should have a fucking snapping turtle in their
the kids
house.
don't need all their fingers. God gave us 10 for a reason. We have spares.
It's just little carny hands, a pair.
You're gonna see my kids in a few years. They'll be like missing, fingers.
Where'd that go? Well, Leonardo got me. What do you
Had to
name
feed
it anyway?
feed the turtle. So we started with kaiju.
Well, I mean, naturally, yeah.
So Locke named it kaiju, and then Catherine had to add to it. So it's kaiju snappy turtellini is the full name. Because it's not appropriate unless your snapping turtle has a first, middle, and last name.
Oh,
He's Italian, apparently.
apparently. He'll make a belt out of him. A belt buckle.
That's it. We're raising him.
He just bites the other end of the belt. That's how it works.
We're raising him to be a pair of boots.
Oh, pair of boots, yes. Oh, after the show, remind me of this, and I'll tell you why I was laughing so badly.
Oh boy.
Oh,
I'm not sure I like where that's
okay.
going.
Well,
Keith Edwards
oh
says,
no, that's good.
bring him here. The snapping turtle?
Bring him here. The snapping turtle.
Bring
I
him
don't know.
here. I don't. Maybe that's a Phineas and Ferb quote. Is that a Phineas and Ferb quote?
Possibly. It could be. I don't know. Everybody's quoting Phineas and Ferb. It's a cool thing to do these days.
All the kids are doing it.
Oh yes, yes,
That
yes,
and
yes,
meth. So all the kids.
yes. That and meth. So I'm trying to
That's all I know
refresh from
about peer
time to
pressure.
time just to keep track of the thing here, the comments as they say. All right. Anyway, so hey, did we have any time to find some news, or are
We
we just going to make up news tonight?
we can just make up the news. I don't have any. But here's an interesting piece of news that I was gonna
I mean,
find an article
CNN
about.
does it. Why can't we?
Well, sure. Find all of your news
Ouch.
on news.moon, coming to you, domain coming to you soon. We're gonna make it happen.
Yes.
Um, so here's an interesting piece of news. I was gonna find an article, but I just didn't get around to it because I thought we were doing the show tomorrow, but we're doing it today. One of the problems that we're seeing in the world with of fires is squirrels. So squirrels apparently have
This is actually true.
discarded e-cigarettes, and they're getting addicted to the e-cigarettes. So they're not only finding them discarded, but they're stealing them out of people's purses and bags and stuff, taking them and actually learning how to like puff on these e-cigarettes, and then eventually chewing into the device itself to get to the delicious nicotine juice, and biting into the batteries and causing fires. And that's what they think caused that really big fire not too long ago in Scotland. I'm talking about like a
A
200-year-old building.
nicotine squirrel stole a vape pen and huffed and puffed and blew up somebody's house. What?
Well, apparently they thought that was a more realistic story than the actual story uh, of this
Which
vape
is
shop that was run by people who didn't quite have the best interest of the local community at heart. I'll let you use
yeah,
your imagination there. And the
yeah,
police didn't want to give that version of the story, so they're blaming it on squirrels. But apparently, this is actually a real
yeah,
problem. There's photos all over the internet of squirrels puffing on vape pens.
yeah. I mean, I made half of them on ChatGPT and the other half of them on Grok. So yeah, they're all over the internet.
No, it's a real thing. It's a real thing. You
Oh, it's
started
real. It's
agreeing
a
with me
real
because I think
thing.
you thought I was talking about something else. What did you think I was going to say? When you started agreeing with
I
me,
have no clue.
you're now changing your mind.
Oh. Oh no, there's just a heightened risk. Vape pens in general because they are made by people who are trash. Um, how you like it? That's the politically correct term. People who
There
are
we go.
trash. I usually refer to them as cockroaches of the world. They scurry away when the light comes on and tries to
like
hide under stuff.
like vape
Uh,
addicted squirrels.
Very much like vape addicted. I don't know if maybe
It's a real thing.
is it the nicotine vapes or is it like the marijuana vapes that they're addicted to?
Well, you don't. According to people who do the weed a lot, apparently you can't get addicted to marijuana. Is what I'm told by people who habitually smoke marijuana. They say they can't get addicted.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
so it must be the
the
nicotine.
ones that habitually do it. Yeah,
So
it's not. Wait, there was a terrible movie. I can't remember what it was. I can't remember the name. It was terrible. That's talked about. It's like it's not addicting, man. And he's like, yeah, I kind of think I want it. And yeah, terrible. Just a god awful movie. Um, I think I might have caught 20 minutes of that entire movie. That was one of the scenes I couldn't take it. It was so anyway. What were we talking about? Oh yeah, vapes in general are not safe. I don't, there's no vapes in the house. And if, my son ever came home with one, first I'd smack him. Then I would take his vape outside and, uh, destroy it in a controlled manner with a hammer
right.
outside so that when it caught fire and blew up and burned, it just, burned out there. Uh, but yeah, I don't want that stuff in my house. There's no way I would because they at any given time those things can let loose.
For
And
like no
we
reason
we've
whatsoever.
seen yeah, and
We've seen some
we've seen
gruesome photos.
images. Yeah, we've seen some images of some hospital photos of some pretty severe wounds caused by vape pens. So if you vape, stop. It's switch over to a healthy, all natural product called cigars. It'll make you look 117.456% cooler because only cool people smoke cigars.
You
It
look
will
way
help
cooler
you
smoking
slow
cigars.
down. Oh yeah, you way cooler, so way cooler. I just picturing the squirrels with little rad glasses on that are like pit vipers, and a hat kind of with a really super flat brim turned sideways. Picture the guys out of Malibu's Most Wanted movie.
Oh,
Um,
sure.
which was again another absolutely terrible movie. But picture the guys that those people walking through the mall acting all gangster. That's what I picture the squirrels walking around in Scotland like now.
I was picturing like a man bun and carrying a longboard,
Oh, longboard.
a long skate, one of the long
A man.
skateboards.
We will know which one of us is correct if they hit either the grow factories next, or if they hit the IPA breweries next.
IPA, right? They do smoke. They do drink a lot of IPAs while they're smoking their vapes. That's a real.
Yeah.
That's science, is what that is. So this is
2026 is just not real.
yeah, this is a real thing that's happening right now. So what have we done? Squirrels are vaping and no one can handle it. So this is, I'm telling you, this is a real thing. Let's see. Um, in the latest sign of timeline gone wrong, multiple videos have appeared online claiming to show local squirrels vaping. The common rodents aren't really smoking, it says, but handling and chewing on the discarded jewels and other flavored vape pens. So they're apparently attracted to the flavor of the vape rather than the nicotine. But I blame the nicotine.
Yeah.
It is both
So
awesome for you and you look way cool doing it.
no, you don't. Smoke a cigar. It's much better.
Here's
Went
an
ahead
actual
and took
video.
the liberty because. Oh yeah, yeah,
Compilation of videos
yeah,
of
yeah.
squirrels vaping. It's a thing.
Oh, so because we had literally nuns of requests, people asked me to look up the top 10 crazy vape flavor names.
Oh, okay.
Now,
See.
some of these are crazy names, but some of them are just crazy. Okay, so
By the
coming in
way,
at number 10, because
hang on.
we all love a good list.
By the
Yeah,
way,
okay.
Keith Edwards says Nicole Leffingwell is funnier than you two. Keith, she is. It's true. Then Sam says Peaky Blinder squirrels. Now that would be cool. I wouldn't fuck with that squirrel.
Okay.
So that's I had to just add those
So
in the comments.
we've got funny people. Peaky Blinder squirrels.
You ever seen the show
Yeah.
Peaky Blinders?
Chewing on jewels. So I've started watching it. I think I've gotten into season 2,
It's a good show.
maybe.
My current wife and I
Maybe.
are watching it now. So
Yeah, I'm trying to get through it. I don't my TV time is split between, doing nothing and also doing nothing.
right,
But
we watch like one episode
um,
every other week because that's all we have time for. But yeah,
yeah, I mean, I get I'm to be fair,
yeah.
I am working my way through the older good Doctor Who's again.
There you go. There you go.
Right now I'm in David Tennant era, so
Oh man, I miss good Doctor Who. I really do. It breaks my
yeah.
heart.
Yeah.
It's like like an old girlfriend you have good memories of that just got just chewed up and spit out by life, and you're like, man, you just miss like just what that person used to be, and you see what they are now, and you're like, man, you never should have done meth and cocaine at the same time. It did not work out well for you. And that's modern Doctor Who.
Let's just hope your wife's not watching. She's
My
like,
current wife
"Which
does
ex are you
not
talking
smoke
about,
meth.
West?"
And I don't know. I don't know. I do know people who have smoked meth. Not people I have previously. It's my current wife does not smoke meth or do whatever the other stuff I said it was. I promise. I'm digging myself into a weird hole here. It's but she doesn't watch the show, so it's okay.
Well, to be fair, I took the first 3 scoops and then handed you the shovel and you did the rest.
It doesn't take much. that is
Okay,
my life.
so top 10 crazy names or flavors. We're going to come in strong. All the Italians out there, grab your inhaler because you might start breathing heavy because number 10 is garlic, a garlic flavored vape. And yeah, I'm with you.
That
Now,
sounds awful.
the next Yeah, yeah, it does. It does. There's not there. It's not like, hey, let me hit you garlic. You got any garlic with you? You got
Yeah.
any
Hey.
onion over there? You got any
Yeah. Do you have
onion? No.
some caustic vegetable I can, spray the juice into
Yeah,
my eyeballs? That's no
yeah. So that
weird.
was number 10. Number 9 is churros. Churros. So cinnamon
Okay, I
honey.
guess cinnamon.
Uh,
I guess
I could understand that.
that's a little weird, but
I
okay.
would say, well, there's a difference. There's a difference between cinnamon and like a cinnamon sugar, right? It's the difference
It's like a
between
sweet cinnamon, I
what I
suppose.
call old. Yeah, there's the sweet cinnamon versus the spicy cinnamon, and I think this is leaning more towards the sweet. Now, number 8, this is it. Just says here's the description of it: novelty, and the name is Stoned Smurf. Stoned Smurf. So,
Sure.
that one earned its way on this list, honestly, because it is outrageous name for a vape flavor. Uh, but if you thought garlic was gonna be the top of the list of, like, what the hell were you thinking? Coming in at a strong number 7 is currywurst.
Ooh, that sounds.
Currywurst.
If you want to smell like a dirty diaper while you vape, get the
Well,
currywurst.
I kinda wish I'd gotten my comment off before you said that.
Sorry, go ahead.
It's like, if you need to feed your inner German, here, have some currywurst vape.
I mean, I do
And you're
like to
like,
eat
"You want a dirty
currywurst,
diaper."
but not if I actually want to be around people later. It's
Yeah.
yeah, no.
Okay, so the description on this one is caramel popcorn, rocking it up to number 6 here. Caramel popcorn, and it's called Pop D's.
I
Pop
don't
D's.
pop D's.
D's, D-E-E-Z, D's, Pop D's nuts, but just with the D's. Pop D's.
Okay, yeah.
So, yeah,
Okay.
sitting
Boy,
right
am I glad I
here
don't
in the
vape. I don't
middle.
have to actually say these things to another human. Like, hey,
Yes.
can I have a canister of Pop D's, please? Can I have some
'Kay, yeah,
currywurst
can you give me a is
vape?
it a canister? I don't know anything
I
about
think you
vaping.
buy little.
Do
It's
you
probably like
order
little
do you
canisters,
but
right?
are
Little
they called
things.
canisters?
I don't
Like,
know. I don't smoke vapes. I don't know.
"Hello, sir. I'd like to buy some marijuana today.
See, that's why I don't do
Can you help
drugs.
me?"
That's really the main reason I don't do drugs is because I don't wanna look stupid trying to buy them. Like, going up to some random, "Hey, can I buy some drugs from you? I promise I'm not a cop." I don't know why I
Yeah,
brought that up. I swear
yeah.
I'm not a cop.
Oh, yes. Okay, so number 5 is bacon. Now, I
Okay.
like bacon.
See, now you got my attention. Now look, if it's like maple bacon, let's, up the game a little bit here.
Well, you take a hit of your churro, and then you switch the canister real quick, and you hit the bacon. So you get the sweet bacon.
Or do both. Just, like, d double
Just
fist your vape pens.
oh, we're gonna end up talking about Uranus again. Stay away from that.
No, do not stick vape
Okay.
pens. Do not send vape pens to Uranus. They don't do well in the
Yeah,
atmosphere.
that's correct. That's correct. They probe a little too deep. Um, lemonade, blueberry, raspberry, and the name for this now, while that sounds like a dessert, I would be all for,
Okay.
especially on like a cheesecake or something along those lines, or a
Dude, I'm
tart.
hungry for
Uh,
cheesecake. Thanks.
yeah, you got it. But the name of this flavor that is climbed its way all the way up to number 4 is based out of your.
Your video froze right when you're going to say where it's from. It sounded like you were going to say from Uranus. Your video froze, David. Are you still there? We don't know the name of this thing. David. Oh no, we lost David. There's David. If you can see me, if you can hear me, you are completely frozen. Now we don't know the name of this thing, and I'm stuck here talking to myself on the internet. I'm gonna make it up and say, okay, let's say, what did he say? Strawberry, blueberry, and raspberry. And he said a name straight from your. It sounded like he was gonna say Uranus, but I don't think that would make any sense at all. Um, David, you got to call back in. We got to know the name of this thing. Now he's gone completely. Okay. I don't know have any place to go because I don't have any news. So I guess we can talk about more vaping squirrels until David calls back in. Um, I didn't pull any news articles today because I didn't know we were doing the show. David says, no idea what happened. David, if you can see me, if you can hear me, call back in. Here he is. There he is.
This is what happens when you make fun of Big Vape.
Right. We're being hacked by Big Vape.
Big Vape, Big Vape. Big Vape and alien piss really took us out there. No idea. I mean, everything over here went gone.
It's,
And it came up, it was like, oh, your internet was restored. I'm like, where did my internet
where did it go? Yeah.
Where did it go? I did a refresh because I was getting charged $150 a month for internet. I called them, did the whole, hey, if we don't get this fixed, I got to find someplace else.
Mm-hmm.
I now pay $50 a month for exactly the same internet. So
Yeah.
yeah,
We were doing the same. We were paying close to $200 a month for, and you know how bad my internet was. It was laughably bad.
Yeah.
Like my cell phone has better internet service than
Yeah.
my home internet, and we switched to another service that you'd been recommending for a while that I just didn't listen to
Yeah.
because I have my own grudges. And we're paying $50 a month for a gig of internet, which is pretty sweet. It's significantly better than we had before for a fraction of the price. I'm not going to mention the name because again, I still have my grudges.
Yes. Okay, so alien piss, which knocked me offline,
No,
leads us.
hang on. No, you
leads
said
us up.
we lost you right before you said the name of the strawberry, blueberry, raspberry.
Okay, the lemonade blueberry raspberry is called alien piss.
That is a terrible name.
Yes. So we were talking, about going into our Vapes R Us and like, give me a canister of bacon or give me a canister of sweet blueberry. No, you got to go. Hey there, man. You guys got any of that there alien piss?
I heard your alien piss is really good. Can I just vape that piss?
Can you? I just imagine that when they're like taking their guy, taking their bro in, they're like, bro,
Right.
this place has the best alien piss.
Right. See, vape companies, they need to learn from breweries.
Yeah.
Because people who name IPAs obviously have a lot of time on their hands. They need to take a lesson. So like instead of alien piss, they could have said, your mom's loose pocket change, because that's what IPAs taste like. It could have been something like that. Or it could have been Darth Vader's walk through the woods is significantly better than alien piss. I'm just saying learn from
Darth Vader's codpiece.
Exactly. Which again is what most IPAs taste like.
Yes. Oh, okay. So we're moved up here. We moved up.
Sam says aliens.uranus. I think he's registering the domain now.
Yeah, he's going to own Uranus. Sam's going to own all of Uranuses.
He's going to own all of your. He's going to register Uranuses back to you. He's going to own them so much. Which that's actually a good idea. We should buy a server, and we should start doing this. .moon. I think
.moon. .mars.
.mars.
Yeah, .earth, .mars.
.sun.
Because guess what? Microsoft doesn't own crap on .com or .earth or .mars.
Right.
Apple doesn't own anything. All these people that have all this, you could just be like, nah, everything, every word and every combination of letters, that all belongs to me now on this extension. Sorry about your luck. Pound sand. If you want to take it up, file the suit on Mars or on the moon.
Exactly. And that's where we register.
You're the king of Mars.
We register, we set up the .mars domain, right? And then we register the company on Mars. So we don't have to adhere to Earth law. We adhere to Martian law. If you want to contact me, send it to my P.O. box on Mars, because I couldn't get a real address on Mars because I don't have the money yet. Send it to my P.O. box on Mars. And we'll talk.
Elon Musk is watching right now going, damn, this is genius.
He's like, oh my, so many ideas.
So many ideas.
How do I rename Mars X? Planet X.
Yes. He could do, if he's going to rename one, I think he would rename Uranus to X.
You can't rename Uranus.
X, formerly known as Uranus.
Actually, man. X. So since it's Uranus, he couldn't change to X. He'd have to change it to asterisk.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. Anyway, Anyway. So number 3, we got to get through these and then we can move on. Number
We do have
3
a
is,
real, yeah.
yeah, we actually have a real topic to get to tonight. Unicorn tears. All right, that's a cool
All
name. I
right, what's
like
the
that.
flavor? Does it have the
Unicorn
flavor?
tears.
What's the flavor?
It says it's a fruity, creamy blend. The fruity, creamy blend of unicorn tears.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah. I'm going to say okay. Number 2, uh, is pizza.
Pizza. I don't know if I want to inhale pizza. Like, I like
I,
to eat pizza fast enough people say that you
I
inhale it, but I don't want to
yes.
literally inhale pizza.
And that's kind of where I'm at with this. Like, I think the flavor would be great, but I have actually, sadly, inhaled a couple bites of pizza and it has went down the wrong pipe, and that hasn't been a good experience.
Well,
That's been one of those.
plus if it's a THC vape, which THC is the active ingredient in marijuana, if it's a THC vape, you're going to get the munchies like nobody's business. If you're
And then
smoking
you're just gonna have
something
more
that tastes like
pizza.
pizza, you're like, now I need actual pizza to go with my pizza vape. It seems, I don't know. It doesn't seem like a good
I'm
idea to me.
telling you, Papa John's, if you guys could put some resources behind
Papa
peddling
John's
these
branded
things,
vapes.
yeah, yeah. PJs, yeah. And the number 1 is kind of a letdown because I think there's crazier. I think there's crazier than this.
Okay.
But some of the outside, before we go to number 1, there was Pancake Man. Didn't make the top 10, but it was
Okay.
of worthy note.
Okay.
Black pepper.
What?
Yeah,
Of
black
all the
pepper.
things you want to
Hey,
put in your lungs, it's not black pepper.
yeah. Let's just. Hey, what are you doing later? I'm gonna huff myself up some black pepper. Like,
I'm gonna huff myself up some carcinoma. That's the best vape I can find.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So this last one that came in as a noteworthy, I think it could have really taken out number 1. And in fact, I'm going to tell you what number 1 is before I tell you about this one that missed the list.
Okay.
The number 1, it's a savory bizarre, savory slash
Called
bizarre.
Savory Bizarre.
Yes, the name of it is crab legs.
Ooh. Okay. I mean, you got my attention a little bit, but do you really want to smell like something? Do you want to smell like
I
high
mean,
tide for the rest of the day? I don't know. It's
but
or
yeah,
low tide. Either tide. You don't smell like either tide,
yeah,
low or
yeah.
high.
So okay,
That's what you
so
should call it.
on that
If it's THC, they should call it high tide.
high tide or low tide,
High
yeah,
tide. Yeah.
high tide, yeah, high tide really works. It really does. It
See,
really
we
does
should
work,
name.
man.
They should hire us to name their vapes.
Yeah, yeah, okay. Yeah. We'd have the whole dumb asshole series. Dumb asshole number 1, dumb asshole number 2, dumb I mean, yeah.
Who would buy
Like,
it?
don't
People would buy
vape. This would be, I would name one called Don't Vape.
it. Don't vape. This is
It
going to
would
kill
it
you.
would be
You're an
the
idiot.
best. It would be the best tasting thing they've ever had in their life. It's a don't vape.
Whatever you do, don't plug this in on an airplane.
Yes. Oh, gee, many Christmas. Yeah, don't do that. They'll those stewardesses will beat you up.
They will lay down.
Um, the last one, and again, I think this one really should have been number 1 for a crazy vape flavor. This is the flavor, and is also the name.
Okay.
Tuna.
Ooh, no, what?
Yes, tuna. Could you imagine? Just could you imagine? I mean,
You want to smell like that all day?
I don't get it. Now, I don't work in an office, but I do go into offices from time to time. I do have an office.
And there's always that guy who in the office eats a can of tuna and then leaves
eats
the
the
can
fish
in
or
the
does the
trash can of
microwave.
office.
Yeah, and the things that. But could you imagine if somebody just was like banging out and huffing up on a tuna pin? That sounds dirty. Now that sounds dirty. Gee, many Christmas. As many Uranus jokes we've said tonight, they haven't fazed me at all. But puffing down on a tuna pen,
No.
that sounded grotesque.
Hey, bro, can I hit your tuna pen? No, you can't.
Oh, I did not see that one coming.
Hey,
That
bro, I
was-
heard you
that
hit
was
that
bad.
tuna pretty good. It's No,
Yeah, you hit the
no,
tuna
that's
pit.
all.
You hit the
No.
tuna pen pretty hard last. Could you imagine being somebody sitting next to a cubicle where these people were talking? Dude, you hit that tuna pen pretty hard last night.
And here's the thing: even if you do want to smoke a
The
vape
fuck?
that smells like low tide, that smells like old dirty fish. I mean, there are better names: albacore,
Yeah, your
yellowfin,
ex-wife.
yellowfin, your ex-wife, prom date number 3. No, it's all
Oh,
bad,
hey, there you go. Yeah.
all bad.
Oh man.
Sam
All
says,
right.
"I vote thick, th, lowercase I, uppercase c, THC." That's a good one. See, look, literally anyone can name vape pens better than the people who are currently naming vapes. We
Yeah.
missed our calling, David. They should hire us.
Yeah. I mean, people should hire us for a lot of things.
You know, it'd be pretty fun to
We're
name random things like that, though. Like again, the people who name IPAs.
I've I've got a friend who's one of my crew down in New York City. His job is to name things, come up with names for things, for
Yeah,
companies.
that's right. You told me about that. I've
Yeah.
often thought one of the best
He's the
jobs.
guy who came up with the name Chevy Volt, the Volt for the Chevy Volt car.
It took a lot of work coming up with that. That was no joke. But
Yeah.
I've often thought the best job in the world would be the guy, and you know, there's gonna only be one in the entire world, just due to the nature of this job, is the guy who comes up with the pharmaceutical drug names. Like you always see these
Oh,
commercials all over whatever you're watching at the time of these different drugs, and they have these crazy names that make no sense at all. And the random people riding bikes to the park while they're saying,
yeah.
hey, take Wegovy if you have anal inflammation and you don't mind your legs falling off if you take this drug. Don't take this drug if you're allergic to this drug. But
That's a great one.
the guy who names these drugs, he's literally just sitting there with a boggle cube, hitting this thing, and saying, "Okay, is this URL taken? Is this URL taken? Is this URL taken?" And he's developed some AI algorithm that's coming up with, are these different random names taken for something else? And if they're not, they're going to name a drug that thing. That's exactly what's happening. And that I want to be
Yeah.
that guy because that guy is making bank. You know he is.
Ask your doctor if San Squeezy is right for you.
Right. May cause sudden death, explosive diarrhea, um, homicidal rage, and anal warts. I don't know. It's going to cause all those things. My current wife and I.
But for your hair loss, it works 60% of the time. It works also 40% of the time.
Exactly. So
But
it's
you may die.
the funniest thing that my current wife and I love is there's this one commercial. I don't know what algorithm we're on. But we keep seeing commercials for this one drug, and one of the side effects is it can cause a fatal infection of the perineum. Like, of all the things, what does this drug do to your body that can cause an infection of the taint that can cause you to die? Like, what is happening in your body that that's what's happening? That's a side effect. That makes no sense to me at all.
Oh man,
It could be an infection of your big toe. That would make more sense than a perineum infection.
that is a delicious bottle of whiskey right
Weller.
there.
Here's my commercial for Weller. Weller, significantly better than a deadly infection of your perineum.
I don't think they're biting. I don't think if we're going to try to
They're not
promote
biting the perineum.
a marketing, if well, no, no, they're not.
Look,
That domain's owned by Uranus.
and that's going to be a new domain that we're gonna register on our new service here. You can own
Dot
uh,
perineum.
dot per. This is what happens when I empty out my Macallan bottle, David. This is what happens.
I'm gonna have a new one sent over to you. You'll have a new one soon. Um, Perhaps we should get over to the topic tonight.
We do have a main topic. Oh boy.
Hey, you know what? We're really right on schedule for us. For those of you guys who've never watched us before, it really does take us about an hour
Just say
to
hello.
say hello and to say hello, go through a couple news stories and just goof off for a bit before we talk all serious about the business, which we actually never do.
No.
Um, because business is not serious. And the
It
day
is.
you take it serious is a day you've already lost. So You smile at everything. So let's go. Let's get serious.
Let's get serious. So last week we talked about why cold calling should die forever. I
So
hate them.
we had
You
three
hate them.
weeks.
Yeah,
We had 3 weeks of reviewing um, really bad
really bad business and sales
online
advice.
advice.
Yeah.
There were a couple really good gems in them. So if
hmm
you guys want to go back, it would have been not last week, but the 3 weeks previous to that.
There were a couple pieces of really
We
good
went
advice.
through
Yeah.
really good advice. A lot of really, really, really bad advice. Last week, it was kind of we niched down and we went and focused on cold calling and
And really cold
basically,
contact for marketing or sales at all. The cold calling is the easy
yeah,
one to pick on. So yeah.
yes, yes, cold calling. That's where we kind of came into it. And this week we're going to give you some options to not be completely stupid and give you guys some ideas of what you can do that isn't cold calling. And if you need more information, because we're here for 80% entertainment and 20% education on this show. And
Right.
that 20% education is also alcohol induced. So take that for, we got to lower it by the ABV divided by the breath per minute, which is a respiration
Yeah,
point.
exactly.
So about 2.3% business, right? So if you guys want more information about it, please reach out to either one of us. We're happy to help you guys out. We can show you tools for most of the stuff that we're going to tell you about,
hmm
and the vast majority of this, unlike the big companies who pay tons and tons of money for things, we're going to show you ways to do it that is as close to free as you can
Right.
get. Now, you don't have to own a business to do this. If you're a salesperson out there, you can use these tactics. And in fact, I would recommend that you do, because you're going to find yourself just growing more and more and more
hmm
by essentially taking your sales vertical, your sales regional or geographic, or your vertical, sorry, I said vertical, your markets, whatever it is you're doing, and start running that as your own business. And you do your marketing, you do the warming of the leads, you do the sales calls, you do the close, and then you just have somebody fulfilling those orders behind you.
hmm
So even if you're not a business owner, these tactics are going to be something that you can absolutely use. So
Right.
with
And
no more jibber jabber from me. I'm not going to cut West off but 5 more times. I only get 7 per night, and I've already
only
cut him
seven.
off 5 times. So I've only got 2 left for tonight, and I've got to let him talk now.
So this isn't just about cold calling, though. It's really cold contacting at all. So first of all, anybody who has a LinkedIn account, you know for a fact cold contacting is the thing. I get
Yeah.
probably a dozen contacts a day. That's not even an exaggeration. People trying to contact me saying, "Hey, and they'll use the exact same language. So it's from the same algorithm that's generating these things. They say, "Hey, if I could find you 10 to 20 leads per week or per day, would you be interested in something like that?" That's so that sort of thing. And it's funny. I've actually contacted those people in the past and said, "Hey, by the way," and I've replied back to them, said, "Hey, I'm not really that interested. Big deal." And the person then replied back to me and said, "I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't send that message." People hack accounts and they send cold contacts. Most cold contacts actually come from scammers. So that's why when people receive cold contacts, they just automatically believe this is a scam. There's
It's a
something
scam.
wrong. This doesn't apply to me. 99.999% of the time, it is a scam, and or it doesn't apply to the person you're contacting, which is why cold contacting, whether it's calling, emailing, just spray and pray marketing, doesn't work. So last week was why cold calling should die forever. This week we're talking about how to never make cold calls again, but at the same time, it's how to never make cold contacts again. We're going to talk about how to warm leads, how to get people interested in you before you contact them, at least to let them know who you are before you contact them. That sounds counterintuitive. but it's totally possible. It's something that I've been
Oh,
specializing in for a
absolutely.
really long time, and David as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's these are tactics that I don't know if Sam's still on here, but Sam and I, we both work for the same overlord, and
Okay.
there are some years where it has been a struggle for people. I have been no lower than 125 or 127% to my. We're going to just use the word quota because that's an easy word to understand on any year. And the reason is because of these type of tactics. Uh, because I treat it first and foremost, you need to treat your time very valuable.
Hmm.
Uh, Cold calling looks easy, but the return on that investment is uh, absolute,
It's not
absolute
worth the effort.
horrible,
It's
absolutely
just
horrible.
not worth the effort.
It's not really worth it. I can't share my screen right here, but I do have it. The 5 best ways to eat dog shit pulled up on my screen right now.
Oh, you
And
need to
we're
explain what that is because people might not know what that is.
okay. Yeah. For the people who don't know,
That's not a new
I'm
vape
writing a
flavor.
book. Yeah. Yeah. This is not a new vape flavor. It is a book. It is a book, and the primary line is the top 5 ways to eat dog shit, a scathing indictment on cold calling. And it's not necessarily just against cold calling. It's against really lazy management and leadership is really what it comes down to,
Yeah.
because that's the only reason you would ever be cold calling is that you have lazy or incompetent or lazy and incompetent leadership in a business. Cold calling is just there. So I am working on a book right now. The title of it is "The Top 5 Ways to Eat Dog Shit," and it will be out before the second book because that's how numbers work. Uh, that is going to deal with efficiencies. And I'm still working on a title for that one. Originally, it was supposed to be titled "Efficiency: a one-way road to market share loss," but it's not scathing enough. Excuse me, it's not scathing enough. So I want to go back and I'm gonna do a little more brain meddling
See,
on this and come up with something that's edgy, much like the top 5 ways to eat dog shit.
if you want, we can discuss this offline. But I have my own thoughts on naming that book.
Uh, uh, yeah, can it be done? Can we do it right now? Can you
Sure,
say
let's do it.
can you
Let's
give
do it.
yeah,
So,
give it to
first
me
of all,
right
I
now?
think so for that book. So, top 5 ways to eat dog shit. You're being edgy in the first for the headline, and then you're
Okay.
like breaking it down in the subheading to
The
sort of
subtitle, yeah.
describe what it is, right? The subtitle.
Yeah.
Now, your next book, I think you should go the other way around. So, your actual
Okay.
title of the book should be, in my opinion, I think it is something you've said to me for as long as I've known you. Something very simple, and it's gonna
Okay.
look good on it's gonna look on the
Effectiveness,
cover of a
okay.
book.
Yep.
Effectiveness over efficiency, and literally
I'm
effectiveness, line, efficiency, and then below that, the subtitle should be uh,
the
the sort of
edgy
edgy, catchy thing that you come up with.
okay.
So effectiveness over efficiency, I think should be the headline. Should be the title, in my opinion, because it's such a great. I
It
mean,
really
that
is.
itself should be a T-shirt. We need to make that shirt because it
Yeah.
totally fits
We
you.
do need to make that shirt. I should copyright that. I want a nickel every time he says it.
Well, you can own effectiveness over efficiency dot moon very soon,
Yeah.
coming
Yeah,
from
very soon.
Flashpoint Safety or the Underdog Journey. Whoever decides to build this server first.
Yeah, whoever builds first. I actually have a server in my basement that I'm not using right now.
Let's make it so. Number one. Let's do it.
All right, we'll make something happen here. But yeah, those are the books that are coming out, and so that's we kind of got going into these things. But really the moral of it is getting back to where we were, getting back to the on ramp that we just hopped off of, was how to use these things not just as a these guys are goofy saying this stuff and blah 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 they're funny and there's something that's a little smart there. No, these are things that both of us use, and these are things I use quite a bit.
Yep.
And I mean, to be fair, I do fairly well with them.
Hmm.
And I try to get more people onto them, more people to try this, because I believe that this by warming the and this is okay. If you're going to write anything down, if you're going to take a note, first of all, keep track of the number of Uranus jokes we've made in a night.
People are taking notes right now. I promise you. Yes.
But if you've got your drink handy and you've got a pen, this is the most important thing of the night. When you operate from a position of power, you are going to win more.
Sure.
That seems like, well, no shit, Sherlock. That it really seems simple, but how often are you working from a position of power?
Right. Most people's natural next question is, well, yeah, that makes sense, but how do I get to that position of power?
You get to that position of power in these steps that we're about to talk to you about, and this is some of the ways that you can do that. I'm going to give you another quick way is do not make yourself available to everybody all the time. By
Learn to
doing that,
say no.
yes, the
Learn to
power
block
of
off
no is
time
important.
and do not give it back. Even if it's literally
Correct.
just so you have time blocked on your calendar.
So I've
Be-
talked to you about this before.
Yeah, you
The guy that I report to right now, he's always he's a cool guy. He's a cool guy. He really is. But he's always on me like David, just save the nice dinner for the special occasion. And I'm like, brother, you don't understand. If I show up, that makes it the special occasion. If I'm there, that makes it the special. So that's what the expectation is. This is the special occasion
sure.
because this guy doesn't get to see me again tomorrow. He gets to see me again in a couple years.
So David,
And if you're really really good, you might see me twice in a year, but that's the absolute best you're going to get.
I have a direct story about that from just today, David.
Okay.
Earlier today, you and I just hopped on a call. My current wife came out to my office and she had a question and she needed something. And you're like, oh, it's okay. It's just me. Go ahead and hop off if you need to do a thing. And I told her, I was like, no, 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 hang on. I'll answer your question, then I'll get back to David. Because I know for a fact that your time is at a premium. And if I didn't get you then, it might be a few days before we were able to have that same conversation.
It is true. If somebody's like, oh, you hang up with me. If you hang up with me, like if you're on a call, I'm
It'll
like,
be a
hey, let
few
me call you
days.
right back.
It'll be like next week.
You might be host. You might
Yeah.
be host. So the number one thing is here's the thing is function from a position of power, operate from a position of power,
Here's an
and
analogy.
that doesn't.
Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. Well, I just want to make sure I'm not saying you're overlording. You're not. You're not.
No.
Throwing your wheel around. It is you are operating from a position of power. You are operating from a position that people are seeking you out.
Yeah, it's really basic psychology. It's a real thing. So here's something. Here's an analogy that works well. Is the idea that people run into in the marketing world, where they have executives and VPs and all people with all kinds of grand ideas about sales and free stuff and freebies and yada 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 and give stuff away for free to get people to come in. Here's the problem: when you give stuff away for free, when you continue to give out sale after sale after sale, special after special after special, people learn that guess what you're offering isn't that special. They take it for
Yep.
granted. But
Yep.
if you
Coles.
very, very, very rarely, very, very occasionally offer tidbits, hey, guess what? Once a year we're doing this one thing, and it has to be once a year. It can't be every other week because
Yep.
people learn. We're once a year we're doing this special sale, this special thing, this special giveaway. It never happens. Then people care. Now, here's something. Here's another the part of this. Let's say you have let's say you have a software. Let's say you're a SaaS company, right? And you have and you give away your software for use to 100 people for use. Guess what? 99% of the people that you gave that software to are not going to use your software. They don't care. And they don't care specifically because it costs them nothing. They have no investment in using this thing. But if you charge for this product and charge a premium for this product, the people who pay for it will 100% use it. And they will 100% recommend it to other people because they paid for it. They have a personal investment in this product. It's a
Yeah.
psychological thing. If you make yourself available all the time, no matter what, guess what? People aren't going to value your time. But if you make yourself a premium, if you make yourself hard to reach, hard to contact, hey, look, I only have like 5 minutes this week. This is your time. It's take it or leave it, man. I'm sorry. I got so much stuff going on. Not everybody's going to go for that, but a lot of people who you want to contact will really go for it. Now, what Dave and I are talking about right now is not part of the agenda. This is just really good advice to make
Yeah.
yourself a premium product because you are a product.
So, yeah, I wanted to throw this out there. Does anybody know what WinRAR is?
I know.
WinRAR.
Oh, I had
It's
WinRAR.
the
Yeah.
Everybody has WinRAR,
Yeah.
and it comes up and tells you need
Back
to
when I
pay
used
for
a
this.
Windows machine because I was
Yeah,
a caveman back in the day. Yes, I
yeah. I
did
mean,
use WinRAR.
yeah. So
I'm
I'm
joking
full
because I did
Mac
David's
over.
logo.
I mean, I'm full Mac. I mean, the only thing I have that's not Mac is my personal phone, and it's an Android because I love Android's operating system. Um, I hate with a passion the iOS for the phone. Now I love iOS for a tablet. It's a good tablet operating system, and I love my Mac OS. You don't- Love it. It's a full, in this room over here. There is one Windows machine somewhere around here. But anyway,
I'm just picking. Go
WinRAR
ahead, WinRAR.
is
Yes,
a very powerful tool.
it
It's
was.
archive manager for Windows. You can extract RAR files and zip files. I mean, there's a lot you can do with it. It's really powerful. And it comes up and says, "Hey, you need to buy this. You need to buy this." But there's also just a box you just check and it goes away. So essentially, it's free.
Right.
So nobody pays for it because it's very easy to just keep using for free.
I didn't even know it was still a thing, but
But
yeah,
yeah, but Angry Birds on your phone might cost you $1.99 or I don't it's Angry Bird. I'm not even sure if I don't have there
it
another
might be
thing on
like
my phone,
99
there's
cents.
not a single game on my phone. Not one.
You're smart.
Um yeah, this for anybody who didn't ask, that is Ivan. And if you ever go to Trump Tower down in New York City, you might get a chance to say hi to Ivan. I have a sticker of Ivan, and I recommend saying hi to him. And if you get to know him well enough, you might get to feed him some chicken.
Is Ivan the
He
bartender's dog?
loves plain chicken. No, it's somebody else. I don't know if I'm allowed to share whose dog it is, so I'm not going to.
Fine.
But if you get down there and you get to meet Ivan, tell him David said hi. And
I'll
tell
get
him
down there
he's a good
eventually. I got to get
boy.
back to NYC. Yeah.
Yes. So it's a good time. Hey, I got meetings coming up soon. I'll let you know. Okay. Let's
So,
get into the meat and potatoes.
but
And
as far as
just remind
WinRAR goes,
everybody,
though,
operate out. Yeah. Go
you're right.
ahead.
Though. So finishing your point on WinRAR, I don't think you kind of got
Yes.
sidetracked on the Ivan
Oh,
before you
yeah.
finished your point.
Yeah. I got tracked. Well, I held my phone up and I seen Ivan there. I'm like, oh, he's such a good boy. Anyway. Yeah, so WinRAR is free, but you get the Angry Birds. Okay, so the games and stuff on your phone that people pay for, you value that more than you value a zip tool
Right. A tool
because
that's technically
that zip tool's
far more
free,
valuable. Yeah.
extremely more valuable
Hmm.
for a lot of other things that most people don't use it for. It's far more valuable,
But you take it for granted
infinitely
because it's
more
free.
valuable, but you take it for granted because it's free. So don't be WinRAR. That's essentially what we're getting at. Don't be WinRAR.
Very good advice. By the way, I stopped playing games on my phone about a year ago. And man, I didn't play a lot of I don't think I thought played a lot of games before, but like since then, I have gotten so much more time back in my day from not stopping
Yeah.
5 minutes here, 10 minutes there to do this thing and play that little part of the game. I never look back. I don't play any
I
games on my
think
phone right now. None.
I think I'm about to delete. I need to keep Messenger because I that's how I talk to my mom and who's probably watching still. Actually, it's 11 o'clock. She might have fallen asleep at this point. But that's it. But I actually am thinking about deleting all the social media stuff off the phone as well, just because I mean
You
that's
do a lot of
that's
Facebook.
the thing.
I'm not sure you can do that. You do a lot of Facebook, I
Yeah,
think.
I love sharing a lot of stuff out. But there's a new app I've got called Deep Stash, and it's a learning thing where so instead, and that's what I've been finding is I'll do more. This is Simon Sinek right here that is reading certain things. So instead of doom scrolling on your phone for 10-15 minutes, you can learn something. And I'm a bit of a nerd, so
Deep Stash. It sounds
learning
like Pat
sounds
Durham if he were a secret agent.
yeah, Pat Durham if he was a secret agent, Deep Stash.
Call me Deep Stash.
Yeah,
For people who
call
don't know
me
Pat,
call me Deep
he's
Stash.
he has the big bushy
He's
mustache.
he's Stash D, and he's a fire safety guy. So naturally, Wes and I both, because Wes being the owner of
Flashpoint Safety Systems.
say what the hell's the name of your company?
What?
Flashpoint Safety
It's
Systems.
some yeah, no big deal. It's fine.
Yeah. I remember helping you pick that. I remember helping you pick that name out. Um,
We were like, you were like, don't you already
and
have that
where it
name?
came
That
from.
thing you did over here
Yeah,
that one time, and you're like,
yeah,
I
yeah.
was
That
like,
thing you
oh,
did
I
over here.
guess
I was like, don't
I
you already
do
have
have that
that?
name. I
Yeah.
already had that thing.
Yeah, I was like, that kind of is perfect, man. So bro's out looking. This is it right here. This is bro, and we're having vape pens, right? No, he's shopping around, right? You know, shopping. I'm saying we're brainstorming about the names of businesses for his stuff. What he's telling me he's wanting to do, and I'm like, I think this right here. I think you already own this, and
You
I
already
think
have
it's
that.
the best. Yeah, I think you already have that. I remember that conversation. That was a good one.
That was a
Okay,
good one.
getting on
All
to
right.
the main topic. Get on to the main
So,
topic tonight. It's 11 o'clock.
so let's go back to cold calling. And again, this will relate back to cold calling, cold emailing, cold marketing in general. But cold calling
Cold touches.
is the easy. That sounds bad. It sounds like a creepy Santa Claus.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Cold, cold
And you
touches.
can't do this because cold touching on Uranus,
You gotta warm it up. You gotta do some of
no
this
good.
first. You gotta,
Yeah, you got it.
you gotta warm it up.
Green
You don't want a
River.
cold. That's why marketing on Uranus doesn't work. Cold touches are all bad. All right, so
Cold touches are bad on Uranus.
but but on the whole, preparation feels really good.
I agree. Preparation H on the whole does feel good.
This show,
That's a
holy moly!
that is a holy moly. That's funny that you said it. Guacamole. Chop it up and make guacamole. I think that might be the same exact. No. That was number one was preparation H.
No,
Um,
preparation H was that was might have been three
might have been three, but it's fat bastard.
because no, because yes, because three had
No, that
style.
was gold member.
Three,
Yeah, that had
yeah,
gold
that
member.
was
Yeah,
gold member. That was number three.
yeah. Okay, I didn't know that. I thought it was number one. Holy man. Okay.
Yeah,
So so that oh, and by the way, because we didn't clarify that we went on a quick Austin Powers little tangent
for those who
there.
don't know, watch all three
Yeah.
Austin Powers movies, then come back and finish
Yeah,
this.
come back. And just as a caveat, at the end of Austin Powers, then you just go watch Idiocracy because everybody should watch Idiocracy at least
Because
once
in
a
2
year.
years it will be voting season, and you must. Should be mandatory watching to watch Idiocracy. This must
Hell,
be a
I
thing.
think later this year, we have the midterms. I think we should be watching it. Idiocracy.
No, that's
The
true.
problem is
Midterms are right around
the,
the
the
corner. That's right.
yeah, the problem is both sides thinks they're the smart ones. We don't
Oh
talk politics on this show.
boy.
Moving on, let's get into our actual agenda.
I have a lot of thoughts I can't say right now. It's very painful. All right, so cold calling. Let's get to something we can talk about. Okay, some studies show that around 60 to 70% of buyers have accepted a call at some point in the past year. I think those numbers are exceedingly low because I get between 10 to 15 spam calls per day. I think 60
Okay,
to 70 is very, very low, but this is saying the data that I've received back is 60 to 70% of people have received calls.
so
Cold.
when you send over the agenda,
Yeah.
I read that. I was like, "Oh, wow, that's a lot higher than I
You
was
thought that was
expecting,"
high.
because I was thinking the way I read it was they accepted 60
Okay.
to 70%. So
Well,
that somebody
but think about people who just don't screen their calls like you and I do and just answer the phone and say, "Hello? Hello, I'm Nancy, Reagan's grandmother and I don't know what I'm talking about. So, sell me, NFTs over the phone."
take
Think about
NFTs over the phone. Yeah. All right, Butters. Um, so on my work phone that sits over there, uh, that phone, I answer calls all the time. If it was
you
to light
actually
up
answer
right
them.
now and start thinking, I'll answer my
If
phone
I answered every
unless it
call that came to my phone,
comes
I'd have no time. I received
unless it
so many.
comes from the area code where my phone number is from. Because my phone number, I live in New York.
Mhm.
My business phone number is not from New York. It's from a different area.
Don't say it out loud. Yeah.
I'm not going to. But that number, that area, that you, I know the people that are going to call me from there, and they're in my phone. there's nobody else in that area code that's going to call me. So I know that if it calls me, if I get a phone number that's not
I
in my list, I know it's a scam call. I know it's,
most
and I don't
spam
call them,
calls,
I don't call them spam. I call them scam
yeah,
because that's
most
what they are.
spam/scam calls come from your area code, specifically because
Yeah,
you'll think it's somebody you know, and you're like, oh,
it's
I
right.
don't know the
Oh,
number, but I'll
this,
answer it. Hello,
yeah,
yes, take my
it's not
credit
an
card number.
international call. Yeah,
Yeah,
here. Oh, hey, we're trying to process this order right here. I didn't order anything. Okay, thank you, ma'am. Click done. They call you back like, hey,
right.
we've got this order that just came through on your credit card. Uh, can you verify your information so we can delete it? And then boom, there you're taken.
Right, and
Yeah,
I've often said that I will vote for any despot. I will vote for
desperate. I like that.
the whole most horrible person in all of human history, Satan himself, if they promised to make cold calling and spam calling punishable by death. And I don't just mean the person who you eventually talk to when you speak to a human, not an AI, but the person who owns the company, the receptionist at the front desk, the person who mops the floor at that building, and not just all of the employees of that company, their extended family as well. Wipe out entire gene pools of people, make it the least desirable job in human history to work for or even adjacent to one of these companies. I will vote for that person because they're easy to find. They're exceedingly easy to find. But
Yeah,
we don't because it costs us nothing just to hang up the phone. Except
yeah,
it doesn't cost that granny who lost her entire life savings nothing. It
yeah.
costs her everything. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So
And it's a battle nonstop.
it's all bad. So it's funny. So this is sort of a tangent, but not really. It's the other day I watched I unfortunately I
Two
made the
hockey
mistake.
players come up to the produce
No,
stand.
I mistakenly made the decision. It was a mistake to watch the movie The Beekeeper. Have you seen the movie The Beekeeper with Jason Statham, David? It does relate
So
back to this topic. I promise you it does.
okay, okay. So a tangent within a tangent. So I need you to put a pin in that. Uh, while I love watching some Jason Statham movies, I don't have great hearing, and he tends to whisper a lot, so I can't hear what
He
the
talks
fuck
like
he's
me
saying.
with his
He talks
accent.
like he's trying to get it past it, right? So I can't hear what the god blasted guy is saying. So I don't watch a lot of Jason Statham movies because I don't know what's going on. He's like,
Nobody watches Jason Statham for the dialogue.
what?
It's like Keanu Reeves. Look, I since our last trip to Vegas, I've watched all of the
The
John Wick
John
movies,
Wick.
and I
The
love
John
those
Wick, man.
movies. But
I
like
love them. They're
the
great.
height of John Wick dialogue is, "Yeah, I think I'm in." That's it. That's his dialogue for all
That
four
was
movies,
great.
plus the
That was great.
ballerina.
But he delivered it with pizzazz, man.
He
With
delivered it with
gumption, with
he delivered it with a guy
moxie.
who's been vaping alien piss.
Yeah, apparently, yes. You know, tangent within a tangent within a tangent now, which may be a side tangent. Constantine 2.
I will watch that. I liked Constantine 1, despite
I will go to the movie
I liked
theater
Constantine 1.
and
Yes.
watch that. I will go to the movie theater dressed as John Wick, a fat
Ooh.
old John Wick,
All right.
to
All
watch
right.
Constantine 2.
I think Constantine 1 inspired a lot of cool tattoos, frankly.
Oh, tangent within a tangent with a tangent with a distant tangent. Sam Avilas. I don't know if he's still watching, but Sam is the guy. So I'm wearing a Ohio State jersey one day, and it's got a number 1 on it. I'm not a small guy. I'm a fat guy, right? I walk up and he looks me dead in the eyes, smacks me on the stomach, goes, David, I didn't know they made a lowercase 1.
That's pretty funny.
And
I don't know
I
Sam
have
personally, but he
created
sounds funny.
Sam. Okay, first of all, you need to meet Sam. Sam is probably one of the most awesome people you are ever going to meet. His family is like the family that founded St. Augustine
Hmm.
in Florida,
Oh,
which,
cool.
if you don't know, is the oldest city in the entirety, the oldest continuous city in the entirety of the US.
Really? But
So
he's from
uh
LA. He lives in LA
yeah,
now.
he lives in LA. Yeah, he lives in LA. So through him after that, I created a logo that had a 1 a line underneath it and the words lowercase written right up underneath it. All the lowercase words, of course, letters being in lowercase. Um, as a hey, maybe you should get off the feed bag, guy.
That's really funny.
But yeah, Dave, I didn't know they made a lowercase one. Oh, it was freaking gold.
That's hilarious.
His boss was sitting right next to him, and you could see the
He's like, I can't believe you just said that to somebody.
dude. You can't say that to somebody. He's like, oh, it's Dave. Yeah, no, Sam.
Awesome.
So Sam and I, we're out in Hawaii. Okay, we're in story time at the moment. The story time part of the show. We're out in Hawaii, and we end up at this Irish pub, and
In
they
Hawaii,
have
like you do.
Weller.
I get it.
Yeah, like you do. We're an Irish pub. We're in Hawaii, but they have the blue label, which is foolproof.
Ooh,
Weller.
okay.
And they're like, yeah, it's $12 a pour. And I'm like,
we'll have the bottle,
can
please.
you go can you check? I think that's low.
That
And she
seems a
comes
little
back.
low.
She's like, it's $12. Like, doubles and keep them coming.
Leave the bottle, please. We're gonna take care of this.
Right, we're doubles and keep them coming.
Right.
And so we're knackered. I mean, so we walk back. We end up back at my hotel. It's like 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning, right?
Mm-hmm.
In Hawaii.
In Hawaii, okay.
Which is 6 hours behind my standard time.
Right.
So it's noon. It's like 11:30 a.m. or noon to me.
So you still got a good 12 hours of fun left.
Yeah. So he's got a picture of me sitting on the table on the chairs, and he's from California, so it's only 3 hours for him. He's got to sit me. I'm on the stairs table. No, I'm on the stairs. I'm not sitting on a table.
I've seen you do
I'm
it.
sitting on the chairs like, oh, like I am absolutely exhausted. That was the night there was this little I don't know what you call a horny old Hawaiian lady. Except a horny old Hawaiian lady. So we're there, and there's this extremely horny old Hawaiian lady there. And if you walk by her, she's getting a handful of something.
You cannot see Uranus from Hawaii. I don't like any part of that.
She had her hand on it.
Nope.
And
okay.
So when I broke away, other people come by. Like, hey, when I broke away. I get over back in my seat now, and somebody comes by, and we're all, because we're a couple of guys that we're like, high-fiving people and having a good time. Somebody comes by and they're visiting and doing things like, hey, you order right there. And that we're not pointing them down to where they're supposed to go order. We're pointing them to go right next to this lady.
Sure.
and sure enough, man, she's just having her fun and her
I'm picturing the grandma from Moana just going wild.
You're not far from the truth on that. It literally is not far from the truth on that. So anyway, that was a good time. So we've got some pictures. We got some pictures of that night.
Photographic evidence is what they call that.
Photographic evidence of assault is it was there. But man, we had a great time. So I'll tell you what, if you ever get a chance to hang with Sam is he's me just from the West Coast. I'm New York, he's California. We're the same person, just one's from New York, one's from California.
Look, hopefully within the next 3 to 4 months, I'll have some good business opportunities in California, and we'll be making some trips out there.
Yeah, so I hope you do.
I'll keep us posted. Expect you to make some good introductions over there.
Absolutely, yeah. Sam is definitely one of those people that, and Sam knows everybody. He's like, again, he's literally like me from the West Coast. Like, I know everybody over here.
Yeah.
Everybody. You're like, oh, yeah, anywhere I go, it was like, oh, Dave, and my wife, when we travel, she's like, how do you know these people? We're in a random place at this pit stop here, and 5 people? How did that happen?
And I've been with you when we go to random places, and you just know people. And I've done that. I'm like, what is happening right now? What warp zone did we fall into?
Yes. Yeah, and Sam is very, very similar, out on the West Coast. Everybody knows him. So, and in Vegas, he and we did, the last time I was in Vegas, he met me out there and we did a, Frank Sinatra show. We
Oh, I
went
would
to a
love
Frank Sinatra show together. Yeah, it was
Frank
great.
Jr. or like somebody doing a cover.
So it was not a cover. He is actually a relative of the guy we seen was a relative of Frank Sinatra.
Oh, cool,
His
but not
voice
Junior.
wasn't Frank's voice, but
Okay,
I mean, who is, right? I mean,
but it
who
wasn't
is?
Junior.
But it wasn't Junior, no.
Okay,
But it was a good show.
all right.
Um, I would have chose a different surrounding and setting for them. I think it was shifted from where it was supposed to be, due to some construction stuff. So,
Get it.
but other than that, anyway, um, how many tangents do we have to walk back to
We
get
have
back
to
to the
unincept
show?
ourselves.
Yes, the inception power of this evening is very powerful. So we went back to there. Okay, so there's Sam. There's a story time. No, we were three tangents deep. Then we went to story time. So story time's over. So that's done. So then we were. Well, I think we can go straight back to the topic.
Let's go right back to it. Okay, so
Yeah.
cold contacting. There are opportunities other than cold contacting. Now, people say, how do you get somebody to know who you are before you can contact them? Well, it's all about warming a lead, and this is a real thing. This is something that I've been specializing in a long time for personal clients, as well as in professional life. This is something David does as far as outreach, getting people to know who he is, getting people to know his company. We're going to run through some of the best ways to warm a lead before you contact them, so you never have to make a cold call, cold email, cold marketing. There's no excuse for it. In this day and age, there's no excuse for it. So let's
No.
dig into it and talk about the best ways to warm a lead. And it doesn't involve horny old Hawaiian ladies or even vape
But
pens
it could.
with naughty names,
But it could.
but it could.
It could. It could involve a horny old Hawaiian lady with a vape pen in Uranus. On Uranus. On Uranus.
Neither one sounds good if you think about it. If you think about on or in, at a certain point, you're like, I don't want either one of those.
You know what? I'm out.
Either way, it's a gas
Anyway,
giant that should not have vape pens anywhere near it.
agreed. Yeah. Yeah. So just to give everybody that's watching right now that hasn't watched all 303 episodes,
303
303 episodes
in a
of
row.
the Underdog Journey, uh, years back, 4 years, 5 years. I'm not sure. Probably closer to 5 years at this point.
We're coming up
We
on
did a
6. Right?
show.
Summer's gonna be
Yeah,
6.
we're coming up. In July. We'll have 6 years in. We did a show where one of the news episodes was, or one of the news topics was NASA
Mhm.
was looking for names for a probe they were sending to Uranus.
Right. NASA ran this whole thing, this whole campaign, trying to get people to submit potential names for this new probe they were sending to Uranus.
Yes. Now, the names that NASA released as the top 3, top 4, top 5, whatever it was, is absolute bullshit. We called it out then,
Yeah, we did.
because there is no way that you open up naming a probe to Uranus to
To
the
the public.
public and you get
Good actual like Greek
good
god
yes,
names.
Greek astrological names. They're going to be, I mean, first of all, Super Troopers is a real, that's a real thing. That's a documentary. And Team Ramrod would have been very high on that name of
Guaranteed.
probes to Uranus.
Guaranteed that was on the list.
Yes.
And you
So
know what?
that is where the jokes about Uranus really come from, is We have laughed about it every day since that.
Yeah, and NASA missed a big marketing opportunity because here's the thing. So let's just I forget what name they chose, but let's say Athena 1 went to Uranus and did a flyby and got photos of Uranus versus Team Ramrod was sent to Uranus. Guaranteed, Team Ramrod would get significantly better media coverage than Athena 1 or Apollo, whatever. Apollo Alpha 12 went to Uranus. No, Team Ramrod or Preparation H, guaranteed Preparation H would have gotten significantly more media coverage.
Yes.
If NASA were serious about getting the word out, getting people interested, they would embrace the humor. Humor is built into it, guaranteed 100%. That is not necessarily part of our agenda today, but you're still right. So
it was okay. So we have Perseverance was one, Juno, New Horizon,
Juno, that's Jupiter.
yeah. So we've done. There's a lot of them then here, and I'm just looking at these, and basically NASA scrubbed Uranus pretty hard and got rid of all the cool.
I mean, they got the wire
and
brush.
got rid of.
They got the wire
Yeah,
brush really scrubbed hard.
Yeah. They were in there with a pressure washer, right? In there. Oh. No.
I mean, they bleached the hell out
but
of that thing.
Oh, I didn't see that one coming, man. I did not see that one coming.
Well, it's Uranus, nobody sees it coming.
Indeed. How's that McAllen tasting over there?
What is our show coming to? Oh, this is what happens when I polish off the McAllen. Yeah.
Yes, indeed. So yeah. Basically, all the jokes we laugh about it. It is. I mean, first of all, it's freaking hilarious. But it really
NASA
came, and it should be. Yeah, NASA, you messed up. You messed up majorly. You should have really put the full tilt public responses out there, and not not bleach them. But I mean, we've been having a laugh about it. We've been having a laugh about it for 4.
Oh no, David froze again. We lost him. We lost David again. He's getting system updates at the same time we're trying to do a show.
Episodes. You need to go back and watch them all because it's really is. You're not going to understand tonight's episode without the backlog of all 303 episodes prior.
Exactly. You don't know what a crumpet is unless you can understand cricket. Wait, the other way around. You know what I'm saying, though.
No, you had it right. You don't know what a crumpet is.
You don't understand cricket unless you know what a crumpet is.
Yeah. In order to, you have to know what a crumpet is in order to stay in cricket. Yeah.
There you go. Close enough.
Yeah.
But so NASA,
that's a quote from Raphael, by the way, great artist.
So NASA missed out. I'm telling you, if they wanted true media coverage, if they wanted people to actually pay attention to the probe to Uranus, let the people have their fun.
Yes.
Big missed opportunity.
Yes.
That's what the show should have been about because we do a whole show just on that.
Yeah, you okay, so look at this. With you could have put funding in there. It's like, hey, you want to cast a vote? It costs you $1. You want to cast 3 votes, cost you $5.
People
you
would
could have
given
funded.
Money. Right.
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. You could have been all over this. You could have actually raised enough money to halfway fill up a rocket ship once, because that's expensive. But you could have done something that did something. You could have taken that money that came in and said, "Hey, we're going to put this in the visitor
money
centers."
To whatever charity they wanted to. Who cares?
Exactly. Yeah, you could have done a lot. You could have been like USAID and be like, "Hey, here's some money for hey, you want to open a child learning center in Minnesota? Here's some money."
Learning center, but yeah, let's. But yeah.
Anyway.
No, totally.
Yeah, it's there. So you missed out some opportunities, and again, it's operating from a position of power, and you have 8 other planets, because I have to atone for.
No, Neil deGrasse Tyson can suck it. Pluto's still.
I knew you were going to do it. That's why I said 8. That's why I said 8, not 7.
Look, it pains me deeply to admit why Pluto is not a planet, and I do actually agree when I look at the reasons why it's no longer a planet. But Neil deGrasse Tyson can still suck it because he's a science guy, not a scientist.
No. Bill Nye's the science guy.
No, Bill Nye is the guy who I'm not going to get myself into legal trouble right now.
Just
Let's
a
move on.
general douchebag.
No, I was going to say pays money to look at pictures of Uranus.
Anyway,
Let's,
okay, all right,
on.
Uranus. Okay, all right, over to Uranus. No, we're talking about operating from a position of power. We're talking about don't cold call and whatever Wes is about to say.
Yes, don't do any of that. Don't do any of that. But cold contacting, so warming leads. What's the first thing that we can do to warm a lead? It's all about getting people to know who
Microwave
you
it.
are before you contact them. Because if you contact somebody, they've never heard of you, they've never heard of your company. You could offer the best service in the world, service or product in the world. If they've never heard of you, you mean nothing to them. Why are you holding up 7 fingers? What's
Well,
happening?
why would I be holding up 7 fingers, West?
You really like Final Fantasy VII, which was a great game.
Why would I be
Seagram
talking
7
about
is a great inexpensive liquor to get wiped off. I don't know why 7. What's happening?
Well, I think you're gonna. I have absolute faith that you're gonna understand under a marketing ideology why the number 7 is so important.
Okay, thank you for putting it that way. Thank you for putting it that way. Yes. So, brand recognition is a real thing. I burped at the same time I was talking.
You're such a Uranus.
It is that kind of show. Brand recognition is a real thing. It takes 7 touches for someone to recognize your brand. Now, if somebody sees,
that's why you have 7.
The best example of this, and I hate that this is a good example, but the best example of this are political yard signs. Political yard signs. The reason around election season, every time you see all these yard signs with these random names you've never seen before are pasted everywhere, isn't because they want you to agree with the person's politics. They don't want you to agree with the person's policies on X, Y, or Z agenda items. They want you to recognize the name, and that's all they care about. Because if you see a name of a brand, of a company, of a person, 7 times, that's a magic number, it strikes something in your brain. It's baked in. You don't know. You might not know where you know the name from. You might not recognize the connection that's built therein, but you know the name. So when you get to the poll, you see these different names on this thing, and you're like, oh, I don't know Joe Johnson. I don't know Jack Jacobs. I don't know, Tim Davis. But I do recognize this other name. I recognize David Leffingwell. I'm going to hit that button right there because I don't know their agendas, but I'm going to vote for that guy because I see
because he's touched me 7 times.
He's touched me 7 times on Uranus.
I knew you were going to say it.
Hey, here's it works, and that's a big part of it. So go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, very much so. And I want to point this out. We don't talk we try not to talk politics. We try not to get too political on the show because we're a firm believer if your business is not politics, then you should stay the hell out of politics.
I wasn't going to go politics. I was just using it as an example.
But I'm getting ready to. So
okay, buckle up.
So I'm getting ready. I'm getting ready to, but only from a marketing standpoint is if you really want to win, and I'm going to do this exact thing when I run up here in New York, I'm going to be the Republican for Democrats.
Sure.
And I'm going to have that on the yard sign, the Republican for Democrats.
Sure. People aren't necessarily going to.
What does it mean?
But they're going to see your name.
It doesn't.
They're going to see, hey, this guy's for me.
And they're going to see
whether I'm a Republican or Democrat. This guy's for me.
Correct.
They're going to remember that.
For Democrats. They're going to remember that. And I'm going to make sure that they have seven media or marketing touches before they go to the polls. Now,
right.
I'm gonna be automatically out. And Mitt Romney did a absolute shit job of expressing this.
Wait, Mitt Romney did a shit job at something? I refuse to believe.
Yeah. Imagine that, right? Of expressing that there's a certain group that doesn't matter. It's gonna the initial after the name is all that's going to matter in that.
Yeah.
But anybody that doesn't look only at that letter, I'm going to have a swing at. I'm going to have because of that, and those marketing touches, because I want to manage it like that, I'm going to have a better than 50-50 chance for everybody that's looking at that, because I'm going to have those 7 marketing touches in before they walk into that poll.
Sure. So the yard signs was just one example, but it's about leveraging content, right? So people recognize whether it's through ads or media or print or different things that you can run. Content is king, and it always will be. It always will be. Content, leverage content. What does that mean? You need to share valuable insights, case studies, educational content before reaching out and get that in front of people so they recognize your brand. Here's a prime example. A prime example of this is my current company, Flashpoint Safety Systems. So we create a safety sensor system for lithium-ion batteries in residential settings and other use cases. But to sort of get our name out there, get brand recognition, we've also created the Flashpoint Journal of Battery Safety. And we've really focused on the Journal of Battery Safety. We want to become one of the leading voices in the world of battery safety, of life safety as it relates to lithium-ion batteries, their uses, their potential dangers, the threats they can pose, but additionally, the benefits they bring our society. Batteries are very important, but at the same time, they pose risks. It's a cost benefit relationship that we share with batteries. Flashpoint Journal of Battery Safety is bringing all of the information right to you and explaining it in ways that you can easily understand. And that is one of the ways that my company is putting our information out there through case studies, through valuable insights, through news updates, through translating difficult to understand legal and technical data, translating that into ways that people can actually read and say, oh, I get that. I know what's happening now. So these are things that you can do through your company, whether it's a personal brand, a company, if you're on a marketing team. Get your content out there because content is and always will be king as far as that first, second, third, seventh touch to that potential customer or client. You
So
look like
yeah,
you're
I'm gonna. Well, I mean, I have a. I don't want to call it different. It's a alternate,
okay.
which is a different way of saying different, an alternative way to say different way of looking at this. And it really goes back to that operating out of a position of power, right?
Mhm.
Now, does somebody who doesn't bring value operate out of a position of power? No, they absolutely do
Right.
not.
Sure.
They do not. But by running this right here, I see it on the screen right now, the Flashpoint Journal of Safety or Flashpoint
Journal of
Journal of
Battery.
Battery Safety. There it is. That is bringing a value to somebody. Now you can start establishing yourself as the expert. You can start establishing yourself as
Right. As a
the
subject matter expert.
source, as SME, subject matter expert, and that is going to bring you value. Now, when I say bring you value, I said that the wrong way. That is going to bring your consumers, whoever is consuming that product, that is value to them.
Mhm.
That raises your position of power, and you want to keep elevating that position of power higher and higher and higher and higher. The higher you are on that position of power, the easier it is going to be to close whatever you need over here.
Mhm.
And sometimes a close doesn't mean you got somebody to buy widget A, B, C, or D. It could be this guy may not really have a need for your product,
Right.
but if he understands it and you've operated out of a position of power, he knows you and he's like, I've had conversations. So now he is going to be that advocate that you want. And that's the thousand true fans, and that's the
Right.
raving
Exactly.
fans that Wes and I have talked about for years with you guys. I've got the book. I can't reach it right now, but it's literally right there, raving fans, that you guys want. And then you are operating, they are operating from a position of power.
Mhm.
The people are operating on your behalf from a position of power
Right.
because they are influencing their sphere, and you you have nothing to do with that. But because, and this is comes back, okay, wow, man, we've got to get the crazy guy that's got he's got his hair like this, and he's got all the strings attached, the webs, because this actually ties into social proof.
Yeah.
And
It's all connected.
It
It's
is
all
very,
connected.
very much all connected. So that social proof now is what is elevating your position of power even higher. And it's a do or die. It's a you're growing or you're dying situation. And treat
Yes.
every day like that.
Right. So the first step is content. Content will be and always will be king. Let prospects become familiar with your brand on their terms. Meet them where they are and let them see you there, and build yourself up as a subject matter expert. So the next thing is engage. Engage on the platforms where they are. One thing, a big one, especially in business, happens to be LinkedIn. So one thing you can do is, guess what? If you're trying to reach out to specific people, if you know you're going to contact specific people, before long before you contact them through a phone call or even an email, find them on things like LinkedIn. Don't do a little bit of stalking, but in a professional sort of guise. But find them on LinkedIn, comment on their posts, interact with their content, build visibility with yourself and their content, because they're going to see those notifications popped up. Hey, West Carnahan commented on your post about this thing that you posted the other day. They're going to see that, and guess what? They're going to say, "Oh, West." They're going to mostly ignore it, but they're going to see the name. They're going to see the name, and guess what? Over the course of a week, maybe two, if you're that dedicated to this process, they're going to see your name 3, 4, 5 times.
And
They're gonna
that's a touch.
those are touch points. Exactly.
Those are touch points.
And they're gonna remember that, even subconsciously. So when you call them or email them and they say, "Hey, this is West Carnahan," they're gonna be like, "Oh, hey, I know you. You commented on my thing." And you're like, "Yeah, you have
Yeah,
some great content, man."
Wes, thanks for taking time out of your day to give me a call. What's up?
They're gonna feel
You know,
grateful to you
exactly. You're going to
because
be
here.
now. Now, I would be, and so I'm going to take us a bit further. And there are times when the making that phone call is appropriate, but the idea is to generate them coming to you.
Mhm.
That is truly operating from a position of power, and not to Andrew Tate the hell out of this, but make them chase you.
And you're right though. So inbound marketing is a big part of this. So what we're
Yeah.
talking about right now, as far as warming leads, getting them to know who you are, building yourself up as a subject matter expert in their mind, that is all part of inbound marketing, getting them to come to you. And that's really the ideal situation, because that's a position of power.
Yes, very much so. So, we have just in my world, we have, let's say what would be a good example of this that everybody can relate to? Uh
Of
I
inbound
don't know
marketing?
where to go with this.
Of inbound marketing?
A channel sales, channel marketing, channel sales,
Hmm.
distributor. So let's say
I'm not part of your world. I can't speak to that directly.
Ford. Let's just talk about Ford. Okay, let's talk about vehicles.
Sure.
And you have a dealership, and let's say Ford identifies an area like, man, we've got weak sales in this area.
Okay.
Uh, our market share, and just in case you guys don't know, the Ford F-150 is the number one selling vehicle. Period.
By the way, my
There's
kids think
one
Super Duty is
sold.
hilarious.
Every 30 seconds
Okay.
there's a Ford F-150 sold. So it's the number one selling vehicle. So let's say they find a place, and they're trying to get somebody to they're like, hey, we need a distributor, we need a dealer, we need a dealer here. Instead of calling around, be like, hey, Frank's used cars, Steve's used cars, and you're making this call over and over and over and over and over. What you do is you host an event
Hmm.
in that space, okay, in
Sure.
that geographic area, and you say, we're inviting key people. So now we're bringing potential competitors into a room.
Hmm.
We're also inviting the transit authority. We're also inviting the DMV. We're also inviting
Hmm.
insurance companies.
Hmm.
We're inviting all of these people that are stakeholders into this, maybe a couple construction companies because people got to build the dealership, right?
Right.
And we're gonna bring them all in, and we're gonna do. And I love the word symposium. I do love the word
We may
symposium.
have used that
Uh,
before. Yeah.
I have used it. What was that called? What do we call it? What was it? Prevention by design, a symposium on lithium ion battery safety.
That was
Was that
exactly it.
was that that was the name? Okay, it was great. I mean, there is nothing more pretentious than that name, which is exactly what I was going for when I named that thing. That was gold. Anyway, but and so what you're doing is you're bringing people in and you're talking to a broad group. Now, inside of that group, there might be 5, 10, 15, 20 people that you would have maybe made a phone call to going, hey, would you be interested in firing up a Ford dealership here?
Sure.
And instead of asking them, what you're doing is you're going to highlight the power that Ford's going to bring. You're going to highlight the vehicle, the offering, the range, the hey, we sell a Ford F-150 every 30 seconds.
Sure.
And on and on and on and on. You're going to drive it. Now, instead of making a phone call out going, hey, Bob, at Bob's Used Tires and Trucks Emporium,
Mhm.
would you be interested in having a Ford distributorship so that you can sell the Ford F-150? No, you're going to have 20 people lined up begging you for it because there's one taxi token. And for those of you in
Mhm.
New York City, understand this. There's one taxi token available. 20 people are now bidding on this. Who's going to bring it? Who's
Right.
going to give me the biggest footprint? Who's going to match the market? Who's going to go? What's your marketing plan? What's your strategy? And so you're going to be able to get rid of a lot of riffraff to begin
Right.
with the what do you mean marketing plan and strategy? I'm gonna have this person, and we're gonna run these campaigns. We're gonna do this. We're gonna open. We're gonna break ground on this. We're gonna talk to this. I made a contact with the general contractor that was at
Mhm.
your conference, your symposium. So instead of trying to make that phone call out, which is what really triggered this whole entire this is not a tangent. This is really in
No, I
line
get
with
it.
the
Yeah.
conversation. Instead of making that phone call out, you are flipping it completely. And again, I'm going to tell you in every chance possible, operate from the position of power. And you have the ability to create that. You have the ability to put yourself in that position of power. And by doing these events, by doing one event, you have now, instead of fighting through this person and they could be a win or a loss, and fighting through that person they could be a win or a loss, and you're going through and you're rolling the dice on each of them, you are now they know going in that
Mhm.
they need to bring their best their best opportunity to you.
Right.
You're not coming to them, they're coming to you.
Right.
And warming that lead to where you are generating that call in, that's the goal.
Right. That's it. That's
Absolutely the
it.
goal.
It's exactly what you want. So
West, you are amazing because you let me rant for like 7 minutes or 8 minutes straight there, and you did not interrupt one time. So I do thank you for that because I think that was very important for the highlight for people to see, and I do appreciate that. Thank you.
No, those were great points you were making. Those were great points you were making. So it's all about engaging people and building yourself up as a subject matter expert, inbound marketing. It's all related. So, whether it's, very specific tactics or overall, general tactics that you can use, it's all the same world, man. So the next one is use intent data. Use intent data. So what does that mean? So, you can reach out, but it's better if you have incoming. So we talk about inbound marketing, but at the same time, you can have inbound data that comes in. So you can reach out when prospects visit your website. They download content. So if you have, white papers, if you have, different things that you can download. I'm not sure you're here. Are you drunk? Yes, no. Then you completely missed the mark. That's pretty funny.
No, no, it got me. My son got me that.
That's really, I like that a lot. That's pretty funny. But if you put like what white papers on your website, if you have subject matter expert data and pieces of information that people can engage with, guess what? Whether that's on LinkedIn or Facebook or anywhere online, really, especially your website, you can pull that data back in. And when somebody engages with the data that you put out there, guess what? You know that they have at least seen your brand. They've recognized you in some way. And that can be a telltale point to either target them with more ads, target them with more specific content dedicated to their niche, or just reach out to them directly if you've seen them a few times. Or somebody downloads a white paper from your website, you can then email them and say, hey, you know what, Jim, I saw you downloaded this. Definitely not stalking you, which is part of our system, but I want to reach out and see if you're interested in X, Y, and Z widget that we happen to have. I see on LinkedIn that you're kind of in that world. Again, not definitely not stalking, but it's just reaching out. David could
I have a,
could
I have a, I have a
word that
question.
more eloquently than I could off the top of my head, but you get what I'm saying.
Well, I have a question. I have a question.
Si, senor.
So so if we were to do that, could you say, "Hey, they downloaded XYZ white paper. There is this unmoderated by us, by me. There's this unmoderated Facebook group, chat
Mhm.
group, Reddit thread, if you're brave enough.
Yeah.
Uh, like, hey, the people there is open and ongoing discussion about what you just
That's
decided over
brilliant.
here. It
Yes,
has nothing to do with us. We don't moderate it. Please be warned that we don't moderate it. You're going to be subject to whatever it is that they
but it's an
decide.
invite only
But
thing.
it's an invite only thing, and we can get you an invitation. Would you be interested? No. So now it's a like, "Oh, wait a minute. I just downloaded this, white paper on naming probes to Uranus, and there's a whole conversation on Reddit," which is a great place to have conversations about Uranus, uh, that, these people, "Hey, yeah, 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 absolutely. See if you can get me an invite." And then you go to the moderator and say, "Hey, send an invite to XYZ." They get their invite, and with their little carny fingers, they type it in, and boom, you get into the name the probe to Uranus NASA Reddit string.
Mhm.
And you're in there with a bunch of people that are all making the same 15, well, we're gonna drop back to 12-year-old to 15-year-old jokes, uh, age range jokes about that because, we've been laughing about this a long time. Um, so yeah, I mean, I just want to know what your thoughts was with that, like saying, hey, basically connecting that potential consumer with other people that are potential or current consumers,
Mhm.
so that they can share,
Sure.
trials and woes and successes.
Yeah, and that's a big thing too. So you don't even necessarily need to have like this, community built up as far as like a LinkedIn community or a Reddit community. You can just have a really good personal network of contacts. And you can then reach out and say, hey, you know what? I saw that you downloaded this white paper. I happen to have some really good contacts in this world. Would you mind, if would you like to contact people who are kind of into the same thing? And a lot of times people say no, but sometimes people say yes. And it's about building those relationships. And that's one area that I have always loved about marketing is different from sales in that it's building a dialogue. It's building these relationships. And sales is much the same way, but marketing is more
Well,
abstract in that you're not directly necessarily building personal
I was
relationships.
getting ready. I was getting ready to say I am going to piss off West here and say marketing and sales are identical. Identical. Literally identical. The only difference is what we consider a close.
Okay. Well, okay. So I would call that conversion. How you define conversion. So, that's one thing that drives people crazy in the marketing world is in marketing, a conversion isn't necessarily a sale. And the
Exactly.
second you say that to a VP or an executive who only care about the bottom line, you will get the dirtiest looks you've ever seen in your life.
We have warned people
Yeah,
that have hired marketing companies and ad agencies
right.
that started guaranteeing sales. We're going to see this many sales, and our one of our first things was like,
Run. That's
those
bullshit.
people, those people, those people don't know what the hell they're talking about.
Right.
Because a win in marketing is something completely different than it went in sales. That okay, and I loved how you said that. I've never heard that term before. The conversion method or the
Yeah,
conversion. What was it
convert.
you said?
So a conversion isn't, you know, so
Yeah, the
so
conversion.
people talk about
So are
conversion
we
rates.
converting them? Yeah. You mean in marketing, there are certain things you can convert them to a warm lead, you can convert them to a subscriber, you can convert them to a lot of things. In
Well,
sales,
right,
we're trying to convert them to a sale.
to a sale, right? And the same thing is kind of true in marketing in that traditionally, when you're speaking with executives or higher level people, a conversion to them is a sale. But in
Yeah.
actual marketing, conversion isn't a sale, it's an action you want the customer to take. So I've been in very high level meetings with CEOs of very big companies. And I've gotten very dirty looks for saying this. And I've actually opened this conversation by saying, I know I'm going to get really dirty looks for saying this, but when we're talking about email, for example, a conversion on an email isn't a sale. An email cannot compel somebody to make a sale. It cannot make somebody buy something. An
You can get
email
a click.
is only there to do one thing. An email is only there to get the click. After the click, it's in somebody else's hands, whether that's the website, whether that's other marketing channels. It's there to get a click. That's it.
Yep.
And boy, I was right. And when I got those dirty looks, I pointed people out. I was like, see, dirty looks. But then I had to explain the purpose of an email and the purpose of a website after the email, landing pages. But it's true. So a conversion is about a specific action you want the person to take, whether that happens to be going to a landing page, whether that happens to be downloading a white paper, or even making a sale. That can be a conversion. But
Could be,
at the
yeah.
same time, it's marketing and sales. I look at them very differently because I'm philosophical in that world. But marketing, sales, advertising are uh, all parts of the same Venn diagram that get the job done. Um, I'm not going to go and say how much I love Venn diagrams and yellow school buses because I don't want to be that person. But you get what I'm saying.
You've made it very plain on this show several times about how much you love a good Venn diagram.
I love Venn diagrams and I love yellow school buses. All right, let's move on. All right, so personal outreach is another big part of it. But beyond other touch points, building automated multiple touch sequences is a big part of it. And it's so easy right now. It's so easy with all of the different marketing tools that are pre built for you. You can have a system that sends an email. And guess what? If somebody engages with that email, whether they open it, make a click, or don't open it at all, you can have branches about different actions they can take. If they open it, send this message. If they don't open it, send this other message. If they open it but wait 2 weeks, send this other message over here. And then down and create these branching off actions that can be taken. And I won't go into the number of different tools to do this and then how to build it, but building these different touch points, because we said 7 touches and somebody remembers your brand permanently, building these different touches is a big part of it. And if you can automate that process, it's gold. You are golden. And it sounds super complicated. Literally, not even joking, go to ChatGPT, even go to Google and say how to build a multi-touch marketing sequence, and for free, and they will tell you how to do it precisely, step by step, for free. There's no reason not to have marketing touch points or branded touch points 7 to 10 times before you contact a potential customer or client. Zero reason not to do that.
Less than zero, which is an imaginary number, which is what is used to create a warp engine right now.
Right. So if you want to warp Uranus, you know what to do.
Yeah, just that's it. That's
No
all I'm
cold
saying.
touches, only warm touches for Uranus.
Yeah, yeah. 7 of them will do it. That'll warp it really well. We really are 15-year-old boys.
Yes, we
We
are.
really, really are. I mean, there's no doubt about that. And hey, for all of my opponents out there that are going to run against me in the future, when you run these and you have these cuts, I'm going to be like, you are absolutely welcome to use my voice. And here it is right now. I approve of this message.
I approve this message. Yes.
All right. So you're welcome to use that against me because this is who I am. And trust me, it'll resonate. You will do more good for me than you can possibly imagine.
I'm telling you, David, I
Cheers.
would vote for you for a local election. I would. I will never give you the nuclear football, but I will vote for you for a local election.
No, you want me to get the nuclear football. It's very important that I do so. Um, anyway, so stop devaluing your time.
Yeah, it's a big part of it.
Stop devaluing your time. There's no reason that you should devalue your time. It's very important. Your time is very important. I know people that my wife is one of them that will take calls and do work 20 I mean, literally 24/7.
Mm-hmm.
I absolutely refuse to do so. I
Yeah,
will
you
not do
you
that.
value your time. If people don't contact you during work hours, you know,
There are certain times, there are people who have earned that what you call the bat phone,
the bat
what
phone
you call
privilege
the
is a
bat
real
phone,
thing.
the bat phone
Yeah.
privilege is a real thing. And I don't have to have a second phone number. I can look at it right there. If you've earned the bat phone privilege,
Mm-hmm.
your name and number are in my phone.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. But if you're from finance and you're calling and asking about what the discount ratio for this so that we can I don't have time for that.
Right.
We'll talk tomorrow. And by tomorrow, it's gonna be too late for you, which means it's no longer my
Yeah.
fucking problem.
Get on my calendar. Yeah.
Yeah, get on my calendar. And I had a guy reach out today and was trying to get some stuff done in a certain week in June, maybe
Yeah.
May. Oh, whatever. I was like, I'm sorry, I'm not going to be available. And he's like, oh no, okay. So I sent him out some stuff. And it's like, hey, let's look at late June. And he come back. I was like, well, I was trying to think May. I'm like, May shot, bro. It's gone. Like May's toast. Like I'm starting to book in June, July, August. I
Yeah.
have stuff scheduled all the way out to September.
I believe it.
And
For actual meetings,
starting to work in
you're like
October.
3
Yeah.
months out at least.
Yeah, so you want me on your schedule, and again, that is restricted access to me for face to face things, and to be fair, and this is not to say oh you got to be all snooty, like I'm just busy, I'm just very busy, and I can't be everywhere at all times. I can't.
But
So
because of that,
you,
whether it's deliberate on your part or not, your time is a premium, and the people who get your time appreciate it more.
yes. Yes. I got a private and this I am going to brag about this. I am going to brag about this.
Okay.
I got a private tour and I'm going back. I got a private tour of the Hoover Dam. And
Yeah.
I'm not talking your um tourist walk through got the tour. No, no, no. I got the tour.
You got the whole damn
I
tour.
I got the whole damn tour. I've been in damn places that you damn ain't ever had a damn idea that even damn existed. Um, it was cool. And I'm going to go back because I got other things I need to do, and we're going to do some videos and stuff from the Hoover Dam.
Mhm.
It's cool. Um, and it's a matter of, hey, I actually happen to have a free window, and I text him back. I'm texting this guy. I'm like, hey, I'm freed up. I was in El Paso, Texas. Now,
Mhm.
first of all, I've been in a lot of cities in Texas. I've been into Dallas, all over. My footprints are all over freaking northern end of Dallas and Grapevine and all that stuff. Houston, Austin, San Antonio, all of them. Give me El Paso over every single one of them any day of the week.
Okay.
El Paso, Texas.
I've never been. I'll have to give it a shot.
Absolutely phenomenal. They've got a Del Norte or something like that hotel. It's a Marriott. It has a wonderful steakhouse, a crazy little atrium bar with a dome thing above it they make a big deal out of, and a
Alright.
cigar lounge all in the hotel.
Ah, okay. Very good.
So It's crazy. And you would think now, if you guys don't know the geography, how is it that lady says it in Willy Wonka? She's like, "I am a high school geography teacher." Geography. Um, if you don't know the geography of it, it's literally on the Mexican border.
Mhm.
Liter literally, I can see it,
Literally.
it's right there.
Okay.
Literally on the Mexican border. Um, everybody speaks English.
Okay.
Everybody, everywhere.
There you go.
Everybody everywhere speaks English. You don't have any issues whatsoever. Everybody is super, super nice. The weather is I
It's El
mean,
Paso, Texas.
it's El Paso, Texas. It was great. Like everything, literally everything about that area, I absolutely loved.
Good
Absolutely
to
loved. So
know.
if you ever get a chance, go there. It's definitely worth the trip, the visit, the stay. Get a job, move there. It has David's seal of approval on it. Go.
Good to know.
Um,
Fair enough.
Hands down. It is a wonderful place. Um, y what the hell were we talking
I was
about?
gonna say you lost
I
track of
got
where you're going with
I
this.
got I got so far in depth with El Paso, Texas, I lost it anyway.
You got me thinking
Um,
about salsa. That's all I know.
yeah, I
Old El
mean,
Paso, that's where
dude,
it's at.
El Paso, yeah, El Paso. Yeah, it's good. I mean, yeah, in my brain, all that's going on is that steak and then the cigar is this I
Ooh.
literally had to walk from one side of the hotel, I'm, there, and then I walk 50 feet, I go over and I'm in the cigar, and, like, literally all in my brain right now is just all like, "That
David
steak was great."
David's at the point of the
And I
show where
didn't
he's
have
just like, "I want a steak and cigar right now."
I literally want a steak and cigar. So I actually thought about doing the show tonight from out in the garage so I could have a
Sure.
cigar.
Yeah.
If I fired up a cigar in here, Nikki would come down and cut me. So
I
I'm
believe it.
not gonna do that. And she would have every right to.
I get it. In the house. I understand. Well, look, we've been going for about 2.5
I've
hours.
I have completely forgot. I completely lost track. I got so in depth on how much I loved El
Old El
Paso,
Paso.
Texas.
Yeah.
Yeah, I how much I loved El Paso, Texas, that it completely wiped my brain as to what the tangent was on that. Anyway,
I just let you go and
anyway,
see where we land from there, but it's,
well, yeah,
sometimes
I
it
mean,
works, sometimes it
it
doesn't.
we did not land this time. We didn't land this time. Um, I all I could keep going back and saying is go to El Paso,
Go to
Texas.
El Paso, Texas.
I
Okay.
I I don't get a kickback. I'm not part of their what do they call it?
The tourism
The
board is paying David off.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
not part of the tourism board. Uh, it is absolutely a phenomenal place to go. Hands down, no ifs, ands, buts about it. It's absolutely
Y
amazing. It's beautiful, beautiful. It's not like New Hampshire beautiful. It's Texas desert beautiful, but it's still beautiful.
Sure,
And
sure.
and about 7 minutes after we're done tonight, I'm gonna
You're
be like,
gonna
"Oh,
remember.
shit. This is
Yeah.
this is what I was talking
Oh,
about."
yeah, El Paso.
Yeah, but now it's all that's in my head is that steak. It's like, "Gee, Christmas."
Ooh,
Oh, man.
that sounds really I could go for another one of your steaks that you make. You're a
Oh,
good
yeah,
chef.
yeah. You know what? You need to get up here. You need to get up here. You need to get up here, and
I'll be there in May.
what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a 3 cut. So we're gonna
Mm,
do a 3 cut night. So we'll do a filet,
okay.
we'll do a ribeye, and we'll
Mhm.
do a strip.
Wow. That sounds amazing.
So instead of having, "Hey, you get this steak, you get this steak," what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cook these 3 cuts of steak, and, we'll slice them up, and then, people can pick what they want of it. But
Okay.
yeah, yeah,
I'll be there in May.
and,
Let's make
so
it happen.
I've learned some tricks, 'cause I'm not a huge fan. Okay, Jiminy Christmas, the rabbit hole that we have went down this night.
It's been
I'm not a
it's been one of
huge
those
fan
shows.
of strip steaks, like New York strip steaks,
Okay.
but I've learned some tactics, from, Chef Jean-Pierre. If you
Jean-Pierre.
guys ever Jean-Pierre, he's, a French he's French Italian, and, so I've learned some things from him, and that I've made a couple strip steaks, and I'm like, "Okay, I can do some strips," but
Okay.
the ribeyes, I'm already prime on, and this filet, The fillet, I cook a fillet like
Your fillet
nobody
is pretty
else.
next
It's
level. I got
great.
to admit.
Yeah, my fillet
I
is
didn't
like
believe you at
it's up
first,
there.
but it's pretty great.
Okay. So, Wolfgang's in Manhattan. Wolfgang's, Midtown Manhattan
Okay.
might be the best steakhouse
Mm.
in New York City, and this is up against Peter
Better than
Luger's.
Keen's. Yeah.
This is up against Keen's. This is up against Nurset, which is Salt Bay. For those of you who don't know, it's Salt Bay is his restaurants are called Nurset.
Okay.
And Nurset has a special place in my heart because I went there. My daughter wanted pasta with butter.
Mhm.
Well, they don't have pasta with butter on the menu. But the chef come out, talked to her, found out what she wanted, went back and absolutely made exactly what she wanted.
Nice.
So
That's awesome to
they
hear.
have a they have a special Nurset, Salt Bay. They have a special spot in my heart for them. But from a steak standpoint, Wolfgang's took me by surprise.
Okay.
It really did.
Okay. We'll have to
I
try
have
it next time we're
no
in
idea.
New York.
Yeah, we're on. So hey, I've got a thing. We'll talk after the show.
Okay.
I got a thing. We need to get down to New York City.
Let's go ahead and end the show though. We've been going for about a little over 2.5 hours, and let's end on a high point where we're completely lost in the conversation. Have no idea how we got here. So let's.
Yeah, I have no idea why the hell we're in El Paso, but we're talking about El Paso. If you get a chance, go
to El Paso. That's the highlight of this show. All right. So I've been Wes. This guy's been David. Go to El Paso and have a good time. We'll see you guys next week.
Indeed, get to El Paso. It's important.
All right.